about you do so many things and you always say no?
I'm gonna fucking take a picture of me in the fridge this weekend.
Peggle 2!
I expect you all to be very impressed by that. Stephanie, stop falling asleep.
With or without pants?
I wanted to make an entrance, you guys.
Hey, fuckers, I am here. Give me a kiss, Nick. Come on, give me a little.
Everyone go in there.
I would
You
like
watch
to
it.
point out that Steph gets a kiss,
This is what I have going on.
and Gus does not get a kiss.
That's when I go down and he does the twerk.
Kiss.
Hello and welcome to Back Pocket for Thursday, the 13th of August. My name is Nick Boy. I've been completely thrown by the last 15 seconds. Tonight on the show, Marvel Avengers is bad. Boomerang Fu is hopefully very good. It may be the 13th, but it's the 17th in our hearts and on our chests, because we are joined by Bajo. And also, you get to air your ennui using the power of the playoff poem competition presented by PlayStation Plus. But I can't do all of this alone, so I am joined by...
Gus, who was last week insecure about my weight, and this week I'm insecure about the one thing I'm good at, editing. Because,
And Steph, who cannot wait to plan her next ski trip without Nick.
Rude. And Peter, who learned to pizza and French fry in a whole new way last weekend.
So many coded messages about like what's going on. Steph's is the clearest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I think if you
without
were
me.
at the
True.
slopes, all of those would have made sense to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Gus really bringing it down. When it was sad. Like, Steph was like,
I feel
it's a
like-
big energy.
I left you
Yeah.
with the slump there. I'll come up with something to pick you
No,
up
that's
next time.
fine. That's fine. I feel like we just need to have a talk about your self-esteem issues.
It's just this. It's all this time at home.
What's her face
I think.
about?
It's just
Yeah.
that usual COVID time.
But then when we're on camera, we like to pretend that everything's great.
I like that as I said that we were on a shot of Nick and a single yawning.
Because
No,
no,
screaming.
No, my problems aren't
Screaming.
important.
Kazan73 just gifted like literally 20 people a sub.
Oh,
Thank you very much,
bro.
Kazan.
Kazan.
Oh, bless you.
Look at them all.
so
Emotes
much.
for everybody, as long as you subscribe. Welcome back to Back Pocket. I see a lot of familiar names in the chat. I see Dolphin Pants. I see more gifted subs. My God, it's just going off.
Holy moly.
I see Will Pie 01. Never seen you before. I see Jex. I've seen you before. The Melodic Storm, Girl Poke, and a bunch of others.
Some classic names in there.
Some classic names indeed. Some classic.
Design.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I hadn't noticed.
Oh, good. I thought it was a segue. I was
where
just
we
going to
going?
say, obviously, we've got more names of patrons at the bottom here. We've got more logos that have been done, including a couple of new ones. They're all rotating
Oh, let me go-
lovely
yeah, there
and
they
nicely,
are.
even in
There's-
larger format
there's-
over here. So the ones from last week are all done.
Mac.
But we are going to do some Pock-art again tonight. There will be even a new logo in the mix that we haven't seen before, and that will be shown in a sponsored segment by them coming up shortly as well.
Thanks again to Syntax for the TV.
Mad
Yes.
props to Syntax for
Not
that.
Built the
to be
TV
fair.
from scratch.
Yeah, right.
Did not give- yeah.
We're not going to thank you for things you haven't done. That's not how this works. We are purely, you give us money, we make you a logo, that is the end of the relationship. Thank you, though, to the kind Butthole, who also gifted a bunch of subs.
So sweet.
Thank you very much,
So
Butthole.
kind.
Such a kind
So
butthole.
very kind.
What makes a butthole kind?
I mean, we can talk about that for hours.
One that stays clean.
Clean.
A clean butthole is a kind butthole.
It is.
Yeah. Steph, would you like to continue? Okay,
The
no?
handballs tonight are just leaving people.
Is it on the topic of clean buttholes?
Sure.
Because I would not like to continue.
So a butthole is something on
Oh,
another person. So we have a fun show for you tonight. We're going to be hanging out. We've got a bunch on, obviously, we've got all the usual stuff. Bajo's coming along, but we also announcing the winners of the PlayStation Playoff Poem Competition presented by PlayStation Plus. So we're going to get the poems that you guys wrote, which are incredible, which are so good. There were so many entries. It was incredibly difficult to narrow down. We're going to display some of the others as well. So that's been fantastic. And we're going to announce a winner, and I'm going to play them in Rocket League. And I think
That's all
I think
facts?
that's
Is that
kind of
everything?
it for the show. Yeah, we've
Yeah.
also got, today is a very special day though, Peter.
It is a very special day. I'm not entirely sure why. But you've thrown to me, so I'm going to make something up. It's my birthday.
It's Pete's birthday.
It's not his
birthday.
birthday. It's not his
not.
birthday.
Did I miss something in the in
the rundown?
In
Today
rehearsals?
is the 5-year anniversary
Of course, it's that.
of the Pocketeers Facebook page.
Hey!
Which I genuinely think, if not for that page, this show would not exist.
Correct.
That's facts.
If not for the fact that those people hung around for that long and kept the spirit of the show alive, you guys, then we would probably not have felt confident enough to create a show where we can talk about buttholes.
And ask for your money to do it.
Very important.
It is.
So that's been 5 years. Thank you so much, everyone who's been a part of that. A particular thank you, though, to Kiara, Peter.
Yeah, Kiara is the mum of the Pocketeers, and she created the group and kept it thriving. And
I would say Empress of the
Empress
Pocketeers.
is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
And you'll see Kiara as Disturbed778 in the chat. Mm-hmm.
And she's already embarrassed.
Send a lot of love because she's a
Also
big part
gives
of the-
lovely hugs, can attest.
So such a good hugger.
Yeah.
And also such a good, she can swing a band hammer like nobody's business. A wholesome cat said, "Happy birthday, Pete and Pocketeers."
Thank you.
So thank you very much, Kiara. Thank you very much, everyone who has been a part of the Pocketeers fan club, the Facebook page, the Discord, all of you forever. Did something just break?
No, I just have been trying to detach my tablet from the thing for a really long time.
Because it made it sound like
Yeah.
it didn't detach. It made it sound like it's never
unhealthy
going to
eject.
reattach.
No, it was good. It was just that was the sound I was waiting for. The sound of my tablet detaching from the keyboard.
So I think that is kind of all the housekeeping that we have for today. So
Yeah.
we just jump into the show.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's start it off with what we've been playing this week.
All right, and we have a little
Oh, yeah, it's sponsored.
stinger for this fella. Here we come.
I'm just saying, what you all been playing. What you all been playing is brought to you by Brent Jones, aka Loki Cat.
Hey.
If a laphund isn't your scene, then why not a lap cat? Scotty might be the official dog of Loki and Back Pocket, but Loki Cat is the official cat, and he has all the perks of a cat, none of the downsides. His hair goes down to his nips. He never sheds. He's a self-described wannabe sommelier, so he's pretentious, but can also get you drunk.
Nice.
Plus, he's not here right now, which is pretty much on point for every
Yeah, great.
time I am around a cat. He's never there. So thank you very much, Loki Cat. He's a cat
Nice.
with a credit card who gave us money to say this. We work for a cat.
Yes, and also that was one of the logos I think that was whipped up behind the scenes. So thank you very much to Loki Cat for letting me put that one together. That was his cockatiel, his pet cockatiel. I want to say Mandy, I think it was.
Yep.
Fan of motorbikes, fan of Monkey Island, fan of Smashing Pumpkins. So that was his cockatiel on a motorbike, riding through a pumpkin patch while drinking. Oh, he loves ennui and whiskey. So a bottle of on whiskey, I call
And
it.
you dropped an ennui at the start of the show as
You
well.
did.
So
I did.
there you go.
There you go, double ennui
Favors
tonight.
all over the place. Even outside of his segment.
But we'll, I might even bring that one up again at the start of the Pock-art, just when I like showing off all the ones we did behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. And then I also, Blue Pie Ninja said, but that's a bird. And that's a really good point. But I haven't really looked too much at the logo. I just went off the name.
That was, the first time that popped up, you were reading it being like, it's all about a cat. I'm like, actually, it's his bird. There you go.
He's a bird dad. So what have we been playing this week? Who wants to start?
I'll start
Go for it.
because I have played 2 games that I would like to talk about.
How exciting.
The first one, I'm sure everyone's been playing. It's Fall Guys.
Oh, yeah.
I have done terribly, but I've been playing it. Actually, I just jumped in with everyone from the Pocketeers Discord, which was amazing. 'cause-
Is that the voice chat you were in a couple of nights ago?
Yeah.
Right.
It was a party, you guys. Because I noticed that a bunch of you guys were playing it, and I was like, oh man, I want to get on that action, and so I installed, and then it was like the most fun. It was so cool, and then because you can stream it in the Discord as well, so people who weren't in the game could watch and
Yeah, nice.
like tell me how bad I was doing. They don't. They're lovely. They're very supportive. But I'm starting to get a feel for like which ones are my favorites. I'm actually like controversially, I really enjoy the Seesaw one. I like the kind of. I like the chaos that is involved in having to work together with the people that you're competing against.
Oh, wow. I hate those ones.
Oh, see, I love that. It's like, come on, guys. Like, none of us will win if we don't at least try and make this thing level.
You would have been great.
That's why I'm like, I hate this. None of us work together.
You would have been great on the Titanic. You would have just been like, come on, guys, everyone to the front of the ship. Let's go, band and all.
And then
If we put enough poor people in this hole, we won't sink.
and then the other game I've been playing is I played a bit of Iron Man Marvel's Iron Man VR.
Nice.
Like, I haven't dabbled much in the realm of VR, but what I find really interesting about VR games is that there are certain types of games that just lend themselves so well to the VR platform, and Iron Man is one of them. And there's a few reasons. One, I think, is because, like, you're flying around, and I think any game where you're flying is just good because I find it doesn't trigger that motion sickness.
Oh, in VR. Sorry.
Yeah.
In
Right,
VR,
yeah.
yeah. Because I think if you're walking around on the ground and you can't move very far on foot in your small office play space, in my situation, I think that's when you start to get a weird motion sickness thing.
Yeah.
And also,
Yeah.
you walk in real life.
Yeah.
So you know
It's so
what
close that
walking
it can be
feels
off.
like. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if it's off in a game, you can hurl. But you don't fly with booster rockets, as far as I can tell.
No, I don't. I read somewhere also, and I don't know if this is true, but I read that the sensation of motion sickness from VR comes from the fact that because your brain is seeing something that your body is doing differently. Did you tell me this?
No, but are you going to say poison?
Yeah, your
I
brain
read about
thinks
that
that
too.
you've been poisoned and you're hallucinating. So it's like, we need to get whatever this poison is out of you, and that's why it makes you feel sick.
Are you serious?
I'm not sure if I believe that, but I read that too.
gonna-
I was
It makes
like-
sense in my mind.
Yeah.
It's like you've eaten some bad mushrooms because what you're seeing is not what is happening with your body.
Anybody goes,
Sounds like some anti-vaxxer shit to me. But
Anyway,
How awesome is the human body? Oh my god, that is the greatest.
that it has a defense mechanism that says, you've eaten a bad berry, and we have to tell it, no, I'm wearing a headset that's making me pretend I'm a rocket man. How did you not make that?
Rocket Man!
But in 100,000 years, enough of my kind who don't get motion sick will have bred with enough kind who also, and we will have weeded out the people who do vomit with the headset.
But that's implying that everyone who is sensitive to VR motion sickness will die from it.
I mean,
right. No,
Because they're still going to
Sort the
breathe.
chaff from the wheat.
No,
Okay.
because it also you could be sexually undesirable. And then no one will mate with you. And I think if you're walking around just vomiting everywhere, hey, I don't want to kink shame. Maybe that's something you're into. But most people are going to say, that's a big no.
The other thing I will say about it is that it's particularly good because Iron Man actually propels himself from jets in the palms of his hands, and because you're holding the move controllers and using the triggers to activate that motion, it feels really.
It mentally makes sense.
It mentally makes sense.
Yeah.
It feels like you're doing the thing that it's showing you, and so you feel really cool and you feel like Iron Man. And I would say it's one of the better VR games that I've played.
Yeah, cool. Did you enjoy the story?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's got that really nice. I mean, it was a little bit. I don't know. I know Tony Stark's whole thing is he's really egotistical, and Pepper's actually awesome, and he'd be lost without her and stuff like that. But the whole thing opens with him being I'm going to do a romantic gesture for Pepper, and he sets up this beautiful outdoor romantic dinner, and she's like, oh, I'm so excited, and it looks like he's going to propose to her or something, and then he lifts up a cloche. And under it is controls so that he can explode a bunch of drones that he wants to decommission. And he's like, let's say goodbye to these drones that we're not using anymore. And she's like, oh, you shouldn't have. Why are you still with him?
He's very wealthy.
He's incredibly wealthy.
That's true.
and charming. He's got a fair bit going for him.
Well, that's a good week for you.
Yeah, it was great. I had a great week.
And I'll segue nicely from that back to another VR game that I've been playing.
Oh, nice.
Because I think I talked about Onward last week, which I played on Quest, and I've now been playing In Death Unchained on the Oculus, which is...
In Death?
The game is called In Death, and the subheader is Unchained.
That is a...
It's not an
terrible
idea.
name.
It's a terrible name, but it's actually a really, really cool game, and it's a really good VR game. The premise of it is it's a roguelike, it's a dungeon crawler, it's procedurally generated, and it's kind of Dark Souls in VR in the sense that basically you're moving through this big sort of gothic cathedral that's, as I said, procedurally put together, so it's new runs every time. It's a bow and arrow archery game. And it's got some cool little mechanics, and the main one is that you can travel by firing an arrow that you watch land, and it moves you there straight
that's
away.
cool.
And that's its main form of movement, which is actually really lovely. It never makes you feel sick. You can still navigate with a thumbstick, which I do. But it's quite fun in the sense that, first of all, you're headshotting crazy, creepy monks. There's all this choir music playing.
Just to point out, because you walk in real life, don't you? But you don't travel
I
via
don't travel via bow.
teleporting
No,
arrows?
I don't do that. So I don't feel sick doing it. That must be why. Yet. And it's quite simple in the sense that you're just moving through. I've gotten to the first boss and I can't defeat it because it just crowds you with enemies straight away. But I feel like there's going to be this like progressively harder stages you move up through. But one of the fun things to do is you can kind of choose to just race to the boss to try and get through without losing any health. And to do that, you can just fire an arrow willy-nilly off as high as you can and hope that it hits some of the actual level further up, because you just wait for it to land and then suddenly you get transported there. But you start aggroing all the enemies who start chasing you, so you have these really dramatic moments where you're firing off heaps of arrows. It's just a cool idea for a VR game that it feels like I want to play little sessions of it. It actually has moments where it says, hey, do you want to stop here halfway through the level and we'll save you progress and come back? So it's geared, it's built its design around the idea that you can have a quick session, put it down and come back to it, which is better than a story game in VR, which is like, you want to play this for 2 hours? Not particularly.
And you're playing on the Oculus Quest?
The Quest, yep. So it's why...
I'm going to get one.
They're really fun. And they're neat. They're neat. They're so neat. You can just put it on your little dining room table with no cables, and you just quietly put it there and feel like, I'm going to have one quick game. It's really good.
Shark, I'm getting one.
There we go.
Getting
Done.
What the fuck was that?
This is what you do in VR.
Because
you've got hands-free.
I've been psyching myself up for it for so long. I just didn't want to get something that I wasn't like fully committed to.
I'll bring mine in. You can test this out.
Were you about to say,
Honestly.
on the other hand...
No.
Honestly, if that's okay with you, play with Gus's for a day and then you'll be done with it.
I don't think so. I saw Alana Pierce working out with hers in some beautiful landscape, and I was like, I can do that.
I thought about the working out stuff, and even wearing it for a little bit, like, you get warm in the face very quickly. I've thought about doing it on my treadmill.
In fact, Alana has a very cold face, so the warm in the face. And I run home. But I have a Quest, and it is actually great. Because it doesnit run everything like all the VR games, because it's a lighter, takes a lighter load. I don't know why I couldn't think of words. But it runs, obviously, games like Superhot and stuff, awesome with it when you're untethered. But you can also use the link cable, the Oculus link cable, and plug it into your PC.
Well, that was the sticking point for me. I wanted, I was concerned that, I really wanted to have my cake and eat it too, and I was concerned that, like, I was going to have to, like, settle for, like, crappier visuals, or if I wanted the wirelessness option, but you can have both, apparently.
You can have the cable, and there is a side-loaded app where you can run it wirelessly off your PC.
Yeah.
If you've got a good router and a good PC, you can do that.
It's pretty
as
good.
well.
It's pretty versatile.
Yeah, but there are fun little games like this, and that's what I've been playing.
Nix the Mage said Goots bathroom VR sessions. And Gamer SX said loving the VR chat, and HJ Baker 96. I love In Death. I write for Upload VR, and I wrote our review.
Oh, great! I'll check it out.
Oh, and Quarter 1988. You can get this jumper. I got this jumper for. It's a PAX jumper.
That's an old ass jumper.
Yeah, it's a
That's a
PAX
classic.
jumper that I got from the PAX website.
decade ago.
So I'm not sure if it's still on there, but that's where I got it from. So have a look.
Video games are still hip with the kids, though.
They are very much
That's
so.
true.
Peter, what have you been playing?
I'm just about to have a sip.
Oh, all right.
He was opening his mouth. You just threw hard the wrong direction.
Should we
Nick,
reset?
what have you been playing? Oh, God damn it. Let me just put the old drink down. So I was made aware of a thing that used to be on, used to be a Flash game, I think. It looks like it. It's called Frog Fractions, and I'm sure a bunch of people have played it. And, like, there's no point in me talking about it too much, except that it is the weirdest trip of a video game ever made.
You never played Frog
No, I never played
Fractions?
it.
I already hate it.
haven't.
What do you
I
mean
don't
it's
know
weird?
You haven't played Frog Fractions?
I have not. I have no
I don't know
idea.
what it is.
You haven't played Frog Fractions. How
Because
do we make a video game show together?
Is it a mobile game?
No.
Is it a
So
maths
like an
game?
old flash game.
Is
I
it
don't wanna
about
do maths.
fractions? Because I don't want to play it.
No, but fractions are in it.
GCap, you have never played Frog Fractions?
This is the stream for the rest of the night.
Who the
So-
fuck am I hanging out with?
So to get everyone up to speed, it is a very old Flash game.
Okay.
It was like Giant Bomb's Game of the Decade or something. And they've just released a Game of the Decade version on Steam.
Yeah.
It is free. The original Flash game is free, and then you can buy the DLC, which is the
DLC?
Yeah, well,
Harder
it's actually,
Fractions?
but it is Frog Fractions 4.
What the?
Because Frog Fractions 2 was like a VR experience or something.
No,
or-
Frog Fractions 2. So, okay, how do I explain this? Okay, so
I feel like we shouldn't explain too much.
no, but So Frog Fractions, you should just play the game.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
just play Frog
You finish
Fractions.
it in an hour.
Frog Fractions
I'm terrible
2
at fractions, so
Fractions don't matter.
Frog Fractions 2 was an AR game
AR.
that never actually, I believe, never actually existed or ended, and potentially we are all participating in it right now.
is this a kind of Stanley Parable
Fractions-
thing?
No.
3
Okay.
was
Yeah, a little bit, but no.
was like a Farmville, Stardew Valley thing, and Frog Fractions 4 is a hat DLC.
Yeah. So, but that's misleading. It's funny marketing, but it's misleading. It is you do get a hat on the frog for the DLC, and it's like, and the game, it'll feel like a totally different experience, and it literally is a totally
Okay,
different
so it's a
experience.
cheeky little
It is it is a different game with different
Yeah.
ideas, but it's free to play on Steam, so play it if you're into anything like. Just a little 1 hour experience of a game that is
Okay.
going to give you something to talk about with your friends.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah. If
I-
you've ever liked anything that I have shown delight for
Yeah.
in my history of talking about video games, this is one of those.
Yeah, it's definitely less. It's a less polished concept than a Stanley Parable
Sure,
or a,
but it's still playing in that
Dr.
way.
Langskov. But
Okay.
it's playing with the idea.
Just play.
Just play it.
Okay, okay. I will say hands down, I'm going to play this before next week.
Yeah, sweet.
How exciting! And what did you think of it?
Can you throw it to me?
What did I think of it? I'm glad I played it.
Because I already did my.
I don't think it's like. It's just it was a ride, and I was there for it. I didn't know what I was getting into, and I played it from start to finish in a sitting because you can. It's totally easy to.
Okay.
And I feel like it was maybe a little long in the tooth in some areas, and that's almost part of the design of how weird it is. And I'm talking about an hour-long game or less, and there's bits that feel like they go on a bit, but it is definitely an experience. And I will play the DLC and buy and play the DLC, the hat
Okay.
DLC.
Everyone in the chat is saying that they're downloading it now.
Cool.
Nice.
I will also say the one thing to think about when you're playing it, and not that I think it needs a qualifier, but also just imagine the time that it came out, and just, I would say, are we talking about the focus thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we good? I feel like.
Yeah, you are. You were rolling forward, and it's a very
See?
Yeah.
Out of focus.
Ooh.
We've got a shallow lens.
very
I don't know.
shallow
I was
focus.
checking it on here,
Focus,
but
in focus.
yeah.
I'm good. Pete, I would say that
Now you're out of focus.
the game. I'll just hint
If you're comfy there, I'll swing it.
to that. There we go. Now this is my lean forward space.
Yeah. There you go. That's a bit sharper.
What was I talking? So
When
I
it
think
came
that
out.
the space with which it is playing, a lot of games have taken the lessons that it showed and have run with it in different ways. And I
Yep.
think that a Stanley Parable style thing is a good example that you go, right, when it came out, not a lot of games were doing the stuff
Yeah,
that this
okay.
game was doing. So
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I will definitely play it before next week. Steph, you haven't played it either, so I'm going to make you play it as well, so we both have something to say about it next
let's
week.
both play
Let's
it.
both
We don't
play
do
it.
enough stuff together. We can play it together
just
on
play it.
Discord.
We
Do
just
play
went
it.
skiing.
Do play it on Discord
But
together.
how fun
'cause-
was that?
That was.
Oh,
that was.
Nick.
Ski chat in the Nick, come back. Ski chat in the post show. Stick around for that.
And
Hear more
just
ski-
quickly, the other thing that I dabbled in last night was Rainbow Six Siege, and I haven't played that in ages. And now you can be a robot.
Moving
So
on.
let's
Yeah,
change.
that game got weird.
It's
Yeah, man.
getting weirder. It's getting
but
weirder
it's
by the
cool.
week.
It's like super colourful, and I always play PvE. I never play PvP, but I did play a game of PvE.
I love the terrorist
PvP.
mode.
Yeah, Terrorist Hunt mode is
Yeah,
PvE.
that's what I mean. I love that mode. That is my mode.
Oh, I didn't invite you. Is that what you're saying?
Clearly.
Oh, we had a full party.
Oh, did you say you didn't? You only play PvE, not
I only play
Yeah,
PvE.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I'm
Greg-
like I miss Raven Shield and stuff like classic
Yeah.
Rainbow Six.
And
Now
Sam
you
Fisher's coming to it.
Yeah, that's awful.
true.
That's the worst thing. That's so dumb. Anyway.
Sam Fisher is coming to every Ubisoft property except for the one that actually counts. which
Yeah.
is the
A
Sam
new
Fisher
Splinter
video.
Cell game.
Just please make it happen. Okay, good. So I played Marvel Avengers.
Oh, yeah, the beta.
Yes. When this game got announced, I was underwhelmed by it because it wasn't what I wanted it to be, which was basically Uncharted but Marvel, like a really good, solid story and stuff. And then I went, okay, well, I need to approach the game on the terms that it's coming out with, and so got the beta, played it. I played about 4 hours of it, and I am so confused by what this game is, disappointed by a lot of it, and then surprised a little bit that I enjoyed it more than I thought I did. So it's a big mess of feelings. I'll just run through. It's
Were you playing like by yourself or with randoms, or like what was the situation that you were playing in?
So I was playing by myself. I tried to play with people. The matchmaking does not work. It is a beta right now, so sure, like that can probably be.
That's what happened with the snow as well. I think it was just
Right,
the matchmaking.
yeah,
Is that what happened with Rainbow Six?
Yeah.
Oh god, matchmaking.
We all just hate
Why
each
is
other. It only took 4 episodes. Yeah, so I was playing by myself. The beta opens with that Golden Gate Bridge demo thing that they started with. I think that is both really cool. I think the way that you switch between the characters is really cool, and it's a good sense of being a superhero. I think it's a terrible introduction to the game because you are jumping between 4 different characters. They all have different movesets. They all use different control schemes, and like in some regards. And by the end of it, I was like, I don't feel like I know how to use any of this. Like,
You feel like the beta is not a good representation of what the broader
just
game
the-
is
no,
going.
just that opening like 15-minute golden where there's
okay.
the like A-Day attack on the bridge style thing. And then after that, it skips forward in time, and I assume the game will not do that. And you play as Ms. Marvel and the Hulk going to this research facility to sort of wander through. So you control one of those characters. If you were playing with someone else, they would control the other one. The combat in that is very button mashy and kind of floaty. It feels like it's going for that Batman Arkham Knight like brawler snap 2 kind of thing, but it doesn't have that crispness where it feels like you can close in on an enemy really well, or you can have any sort of spatial awareness as to like how people are coming at you. Your range is really confusing as
I
well.
was going to say, I imagine it's because Arkham, it's like, he can go as far as his fists and leg, even though he kind of teleports. But if you've got powers with stretchy limbs and you can throw projectiles, I imagine that gets messy.
Yeah, and so people online seem to really not like playing as the Hulk. He was my favorite one to play as.
Really?
Yeah, because he actually had this sense of like storming through, destructing and breaking everything.
He
And
felt like a class of his own.
yeah, and
Yeah.
he felt like a good representation of the Hulk. And it was like just a bit of chaos and rage. He doesn't control amazingly, but none of them really do. But the problem is
But I kind of feel like that would be the point of playing as the Hulk too.
I mean, kind of.
He has no self-control.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. But it does have that thing where, so there's this part in that mission where you need to stand on this pad and you power up your energy bar by standing there, and the enemy, if they get on
Like
it,
in the
powers
movie.
up theirs. Like in the movie. And what you said is the perfect problem with that I'm the Hulk, so I go, okay, it's literally a circle the size of my chair. So I stand on it, and then enemies are over there shooting at me, and I'm like, well, I'm the Hulk, so like, how do I get them? And
Can't you like pick up a bit of concrete and throw it?
you can, but that's not the most efficient way to do
Yeah,
this.
right.
And there's too many people shooting at you, so you can't just stand still. So I then need to leave. Then suddenly I'm not powering up the pad. My AI companion is too dumb to go do that, and they start powering up their thing. So it's like, they've gone, well, if I was Ms. Marvel, I could stretchy arm out there. If I was Black Widow, I could be shooting that person, but I'm the Hulk, and I'm just standing here like completely frustrated. Like Tony Stark.
Is this a situation where like you are playing between those different characters, or if you were playing with other people?
You only play as one. There's multiple people can either play as the others, or AI will control them, but you don't bounce between them in one mission.
Yeah.
Right.
You can load into a mission as a different character, but mid-mission you can't go, I'm going to swap, boom, boom, boom.
Lego style.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. So
Yeah, because
that was really difficult.
it's like you haven't answered any of the questions that I still have and have had from the beginning of this, which is like, oh wait, it's a brawler, it's a co-op brawler, but it's a Destiny style kind of like repeat missions, gain XP. But now you're saying what I find even more interesting is that there are tailored abilities that don't suit certain styles of missions or party makeup. So it's like,
Well, I think like everything in this game, the problem with it is that it doesn't actually know what it wants to be.
Yeah.
So it has that thing where you go, well, there's different characters that have different kinds of abilities, but we can't level design around all of them, and so therefore some characters feel muted. It is a looter where the loot, because of I assume the deals that they've struck with Marvel, you can't equip loot visually. So you get a new piece of gear, it just buffs your stats. You can't put it on. So then you're like, why do I care about loot
Yeah.
if all it's doing, and it's dumb. It's the dumb way of doing loot where it's not like okay, now you have this extra ability, or it has tangibly changed something. It's literally like plus 6% to damage reduction from ranged attacks. And I go, well, I'll never feel that. I'll feel that in 30 hours if I took it off. And suddenly all that is stacked up, but I don't feel it at the time.
Especially when one of the main comparisons that have been made, and we've said, as I just said before, is something like Destiny, where it's like, oh, I'm going to change a weapon. Suddenly I've gone from being a fast-paced feeling machine gun to like a bulky, single-shot rifle, or things are going to change the way I play a little bit. If that is literally just like cosmetics for outfits, but then just adding a little stat boost.
Percentages.
Percentages building, that's kind of unfulfilling, isn't it?
Someone in chat, Fatally Shiny says, sounds like Anthem, which is exactly the same thing. Yeah, that's what Anthem did. And so they want you to pay for costumes and stuff, so you get those. But then like the Hulk, his upgrades, because he doesn't wear anything, his upgrades are literally like a part of his spine. So you found, like in the lore of the game, you found a part of a spine and put it in you and replaced your part of his, like.
But is it like a bio, like a sort of, I don't know, what do you call it? Bionic thing that you...
Bionic augmentation or something?
Yeah.
Or is it
Not
just
really, no,
Is it
it's
like a piece of-
cosmetic.
or is it a piece of
It literally
skeleton?
just highlighted a bit of his spine, and it wasn't suddenly metal. It was just like this part of your spine is now
How-
6% better at reducing damage.
How depressing is it
from
that like
attacks.
fighting alongside your Captain America is like, some more knee pads. And it's like Bruce Banner's like, more knees.
Totally. And I do think like they're in a bit of a rock and a hard place there, where it's like, well, Marvel don't want you running around as Captain America, but wearing 7 different colors and not having the Captain America shield and stuff because you found a cooler shield.
Yeah.
This one that has like a Nazi symbol on it as opposed to the American flag.
Hydra.
Sorry, Hydra.
Argon TV says Anthem was just empty, but this game at least feels interesting. I'll be curious to know what it's like when you like sort of get to play with friends down the track.
Yeah, well, that's the one part where I go, I had some fun just like putting on a podcast and mashing some buttons and just like churning through a level, but I don't know if that's exactly what I need out of a Marvel, like
or
that's
if
not
that's
the
how-
Marvel game that I need. I've already so many of those games exist, because then the other part, it's half that looter game, but the other part is like it's a brawler, but the combat's not incredible. So it's like you didn't focus on the combat because you're making this like level designed looter upgrade RPG thing, and so you didn't focus too much on amazing combat. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels very confusing.
One thing I'd love to see, which I haven't seen in any trailers, therefore I assume it's not in the game. There's no like team combos or anything, are there? Like,
Not that I saw in the beta,
'Cause that's
where
the
like
reason
you
I-
team up as like Avenger attack.
or like halfway through an attack, you could just Hulk throw them in the air, and then Captain America goes up and bashes him, and it feels like I really want that environment where I'm playing with a few friends and we're all literally.
You're looking
pretending-
for Marvel versus Capcom.
Yes.
I think that's the game.
Sure,
right?
but if I just don't want to be running around in that group in that environment with 3 other people going, okay, I've cleaned out my guys, you've done yours, let's all go to the next marker, which is what I'm worried that I think it
Then
might
I
be.
don't have the game for you.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll play it when it comes out. It's a confused game. It is a game that does not really have an identity other than a Marvel brand. But even with the Marvel brand, it doesn't lean into the things that I feel like make the Marvel brand special, which is the connection between these characters, the lore behind these characters, the fun of it, because it gets bogged down in the idea of like, okay, you're just going to need to slowly level up all these things with 6% armor reduction to ranged attacks.
Find more spine.
Find more spine. That's it. So there you go. That's what I've been playing.
Cool.
I'll be interested to check it out.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Let us know if you've been playing that as well and your opinions. I'll need people to play with if the matchmaking ever does work when it comes out. All right, that was our gaming week. Oh, do we play the titles again?
No, I reckon we play the next titles because we're about to jump straight into another segment.
We are too.
Oh, that's right. Oh, well, let's play the next titles then, because it's time for the backup. And the backup, of course, is our new segment, which is brought to you by Tim from the Learn Programming Academy. Now, you heard me talk about Tim last time. If you want to learn programming, Steph, where do you go?
You go to the Learn Programming Academy, and that is if you just type !Tim in the chat, that'll take you straight there.
Yeah, let's go.
Amazing.
Straight there. Let's
You
do
should,
it.
do, you should do it right now. in
Will you
fact.
instantly learn coding by doing that?
That's all there is to
Well,
coding.
technically, that is coding.
That is coding.
Like,
You've
you,
already
like ! Tim.
That is like syntax, apparently.
Yeah, I assume that's like 80% of how you build Chrome.
I hope that when you
I
get
know
there,
syntax error is sitting in the chat
Oh, yeah.
cringing now. Like, That's not a
Look,
language.
I hope that when you type that and click on the link, the first thing you should see is Tim saying, "Congratulations, you've passed the first lesson. You did it incorrectly.
You exclaimed.
Let me show you how to do it right."
Yeah.
Tim is an incredible programmer, and he wants to share his skills with you because Tim, I don't know if Tim has kids, but he thinks of all of you as his children and as his progeny. He wants to share his knowledge. It's kind of like, it's like if Tim died, I assume he would leave all of us in the will in some capacity, and there would be a small amount of money that we all get from the lessons that we've taken from Tim, the Learn Programming Academy. I can't guarantee that because Tim has not asked me to say that, and I've in fact incepted that idea into Tim, just like he will incept programming into your brain. So if you want to learn programming, go to the Learn Programming Academy and learn from Tim. Hashtag Tim, exclamation mark Tim.
Nicely done.
So much Tim in the chat.
Tim.
And now let's learn about some news.
Yeah, so what's making the news this week? Peter Burns.
Well, we all saw it. We all bloody heard. We've all wiped our tears away after hearing about the fact that bloody Halo got postponed. Halo Infinite delayed until next year.
Unspecified.
Unspecified
It's
next
going to
year.
ride the wave of the 2021, the best year in history.
Yeah. The best year in the history, in the millennium.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's obviously disappointing, but must be for the best, because why on earth would Microsoft sabotage the launch of their console if it wasn't to fix their flagship game? Which must be what they're doing.
Yeah. I mean, they mentioned COVID as being an issue, and I'm sure in some capacity it is, but I cannot imagine how much they were like, you can't do this. Because has there ever been a console that has launched without a first-party title? I looked. No.
It's just devastating. And I feel like as well, because so many people have been like, is there even a reason to buy the new Xbox when, obviously you can get so many of those games on PC and...
We already have this game in theory if you've got like Game Pass. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I own this game already.
I'm just
but-
waiting for it to come out.
But so many people are just like, stone cold console gamers and would be waiting for the launch of the new Xbox with Halo, as a thing. So without that massive flagship game, it's just... I can imagine them all just being like, no.
I wanted that experience. I wanted to go and get the new Xbox and a new Halo game and just just write a week or a weekend off and be like, I have these two things here. I get to enjoy, one will complement the other. And that's why I will enjoy both of them for an increased amount. But now it's like, I don't know I don't know what the reason is for me to go and get the new Xbox when it comes out, the Series X.
Yeah.
And when this comes out, it might just...
Obviously there's still not many months, but a couple of months before it comes out, Microsoft might have something up their sleeve.
What would they
Hopefully,
have up their
But
sleeve?
hopefully
There's-
PlayStation do
They
as well,
weren't
because there's
announcing in the last-
nothing for any
There's
console
still
coming out
another
this year.
Xbox showcasey thing that's coming.
Yeah, and
before
it's
the end of
just
the year.
it's just friggin' what's his name? It's
Phil.
Phil. It's just Phil Spencer crying for an hour. Just Phil is
What's
crying.
happened?
Well,
So nice.
like a plus side of this might be because we always know that a launch console comes out and then how many months later they release the version that they meant to release? It's the Slim, it's the one with a better fan in it
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
So this means by the time Halo comes out, I can still go and buy the Xbox Series X 2.0, which has the fan in it that doesn't suck up cockroaches and that is actually built the right way to fit in my TV cabinet.
Can you wait that long? I can't wait.
No,
that
but
long.
it'll that will coincide
That's
with when
when the
Halo
games
will
will
drop.
come out.
That's my
I know, but
my
I
prediction.
want everything as soon as it comes out.
And also,
But it's not coming out. That's the problem. All you've got is a box that will just sit there. You could put a cat on it. That's
but it'll play Banjo-Tooie.
I'll tell you what it can
1080p.
play because they literally announced. Because BMAC in the chat said, "Is the console still coming out?" And yes, they confirmed that it's coming out in November, the same day as this happened. They put out the tweet saying that Halo got delayed. They then put out a link to their yes, we're coming out with the Xbox. More than 50 new games planned for this year across generations, optimized for Xbox Series X. So this is the first paragraph that you see when you read this article. It says, including Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Dirt 5, Gears Tactics, Yakuza Like a Dragon, and Watch Dogs Legion. So there are 5 games there, 4 of which are third-party titles, one of which is Gears Tactics, which is already out on PC and is
free.
And free with Game Pass. And it's a tactics game. And it's a good game, but it's that's not a console launch. The fact that the first game on your Xbox Series X website is Assassin's Creed Valhalla is a disaster.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Do you think maybe
It was
they'll
probably
do,
is that
this will
list
be like a
alphabetical,
soft
though?
launch, and then they'll do a relaunch come Halo time. They'll do a relaunch of the Xbox, and it'll be white.
But I reckon that's what it'll be. There'll be a Master Chief Series X, and it'll have a few optimizations that they didn't think of when it first launched.
It'll be even
What
more
could they
green.
do at
Yeah.
this point to get people to buy the Xbox in November?
oh,
Pete suggested a couple of things, if you don't mind me repeating.
Yeah.
He
I don't remember.
said if it launched with a year of free Game Pass, that would be really beneficial.
It has to.
And-
Like Ultimate.
And also, like,
Buy the console, you get Ultimate for you.
I know you and I get like we get sucked into those like special edition whatever. Like we both bought day one edition of the Xbox One.
Yeah.
And then you bought
Project
Scorpio, which is so lame but so funny.
I brought.
What was like, explain what Project Scorpio was? There's Project Scorpio edition of the One X.
Oh, nothing. It was just the One X.
It was the One X.
But
But it had the word Project Scorpio.
And
Yeah,
it had
yeah,
some
yeah.
like it
It's a
had some
slightly different
number
green
like
as well.
etched into the hard
Yeah.
drive or something.
just a slightly different, like, green. It was a green mold instead of a black mold.
What he's trying to say is
lame.
a total waste of money.
No, it was an Xbox Series X. It was just the first run of them.
Yeah.
There was like, it
Oh,
wasn't
I
more
liked-
expensive.
I liked having-
You
It was just a
already have
pre-order.
one. Yes.
Yeah.
I
Just
liked
a
having the
pre-order.
day one
X.
edition of the Xbox One
Yeah.
when I bought that because that was like it was for a new console generation. It was exciting and I liked having written there and it was like first out there to get it. But Project Scorpio, I didn't really understand the appeal.
Well, again, it was literally just the Xbox Series
just
X,
the
not
thing.
Series X,
It was
Xbox One X.
Yeah, it was just like
The
this
naming
the-
is so
the-
bad.
You're one of the diehards that ordered it.
It was anyone who pre-ordered it got it.
You know, Steph, your question of what could Microsoft do to make me buy that console? I think if I could put a PS5 disc in it and it plays it, then that would be great. if inside the Xbox Series X is a smaller PlayStation 5, at least I'll have a game to play that I can't play anywhere else.
Given that first time we
Put into that.
put the chart up of the size of these consoles, I don't know how they're going to hide that thing in that box.
You can fit
Sure.
4 of them the other way around.
Bajo says he remembers I was always doing pre-orders. It's so true.
Yeah.
And I was always disappointed with them.
Because the box would turn up and go, what is this? And then like completely
Do I
forget.
need another journal?
Write that in the first journal. Another journal arrived today.
I just can't imagine how. Not obviously. I would assume that part of this as well is like the response that people gave to
That-
the Halo announce.
Yeah.
That of going, oh, we know we had some work to do, but people seem really unhappy with how this looks. We need a little more time to implement the ray tracing and the things to actually make this look.
Yeah,
the
it
way
could have been. That's what I thought.
But I
this
thought that
photo
was a deliberate style choice, and then everyone was kind of like,
It was more a deliberate tech choice.
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
So they can make the other choice still, but it just means obviously a lot of work that they're going to need to go back to the drawing board to get done.
I
And
see.
again, like, I couldn't care less about 4K anything.
Yeah.
Like,
same.
give me 1440p at 120 frames.
Yeah.
Over 4K any day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they need to be prioritizing that because I want smooth looking games, not like I can turn off the anti-aliasing because there's so many pixels. It's like, who gives a shit?
Bajo does, and he's watching right now.
I feel like he would agree with me.
All right. Well,
Refresh rate over 4K.
yes. Okay. Yeah. Smoothness, buttery smoothness over. It goes on my new giant. TV
HDR
that
is
way.
cooler than 4K as well.
He
Yeah.
says
Yeah.
4K can be 60 frames per second. I don't care about it until 4K can be 60
Ah.
frames per
Okay.
second.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, it's all very disappointing, and it's going to be interesting to see what that game turns into because obviously they need it to hit. But yeah, I have no idea what's going to happen in the Xbox launch. Thank God it's happening actually during COVID year because at least they can blame it on that. At least they can be
Yeah.
like, yeah, sure, we screwed up the launch, but it wasn't because we all thought that you're going to be using this to watch your cable.
Yeah, at the same time though, this is the year when everyone's playing games like
Yeah.
more than ever, and it's like you'd want to be capitalizing off that. Surely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good Lord. All right, Steph, what do you got?
Okay. Can we talk about Cyberpunk for a second?
Only
Okay.
1 second. Go.
Well, no. Okay. So CDP released a new trailer for the 3 life paths available in Cyberpunk. So if you haven't seen anything about this, basically when you go into Cyberpunk, you'll be able to choose one of 3 different backgrounds. You can be a street kid, which is kind of like, it's what it sounds like. You're kind of gangster. You're living in the streets. You're like, fuck the
Future
police and all
urchin.
that kind of Yeah. You're very much about that sort of street life gangster vibe. You can be a nomad who feels like a futuristic kind of country hick,
Yep.
you know, who
Yeah,
lives
totally.
kind of out in some kind of backlot garage, and you are a bit more, you're sort of, I guess, loyal to your people. but you kind of you roam around a bit.
You're like tribal in a American Western way.
Yeah.
You've got like your little gang, that not a street gang, but like your family, as opposed to like
That's right, yeah. And then the third one is a corpo, short for corporate, where you kind of, I want to say like rebel and leave the sort of corporate life.
All right.
That was the one that where
To go out as a free agent.
I was most unclear. That one stuck out like dog's balls. The other two, I'm like, I get this, but this one,
Totally.
like, I have a successful job and I want to leave. Why? And also, I want to leave, but also, like, presumably because something terrible happens, but leave and continue to kill people for the rest of the game. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely the most interesting one because the first two make.
so.
Well,
Are you going to be a corpo?
I don't know yet. I have a lot of anxiety over what I'm going to choose because with a game this big and this like character backstory basically sets up your whole character for the rest of the game, and the whole intro to the game is completely different to everyone else's intro. Like a significant portion of the game where you start is totally different.
I think they did a good job of showing, like, locales, you know, you can stay there for 5 minutes or you can stay there for 5 hours, but they're three radically different places. I'm like, the corpo life is completely different to the nomad thing where you're out fixing motorbikes or you're in a boardroom. It's like, to get out of that to the part where like those three stories would converge, seems like it would be.
And if you're big into like fantasy immersion, which I am, you're going to kind of, it's going to define you as a character and your experience if you're kind of role playing that. So the anxiety over choosing the right one, because for me, given how big this game is, I can't honestly say that I'm going to play through it more than once, at least anytime soon.
Corpo.
I think Corpo is interesting because it is the one that sets itself apart from the traditional.
That's the fun here.
This one sets itself apart from the traditional choices you would make as an adventurer.
Interesting.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I totally get that, and I think that's a really good argument. I think that most people that I saw a lot of things of people going, "Oh, Corpo sucks," because it doesn't fulfill the like cyberpunk fantasy. But I think that's a really good.
But
point.
when they also released this to the reviewers, apparently the number one choice was Corpo because people were just so intrigued by it.
Yeah, right.
Cheeky
They were
VR
like, they were like, I want to see what this is about. And I think if it's like, if you're just playing like corporate dude, then it kind of sucks because you want to be like a rogue and an adventurer and stuff. But if you are a corporate dude who's lived your life a certain way and then has to break free of that and then go rogue and crazy, like that's kind of a cool idea. It's just that you're coming from a more privileged background and you look a little bit slicker at the start, I reckon. So that could be cool.
Han Solo worked for the Imperials.
Totally. And I think it's also got a bit of a new Blade Runner vibe, you know, where he
It definitely does. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like not a functional office at all.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
everything is glass and there's no computers or workstations anywhere.
Yeah, and it could be like super corrupt and you've realized that and so you're trying to change things from the inside and then when you get found out, I don't know, I'm just like making up the game.
Do you think you play as a good guy?
Well, okay, this is where, like, what I'm speculating is in this trailer where you see all these three different life paths that you can choose. I am so optimistic for this game. I'm very pumped for it. I love the idea that they're doing this so people have different stories to tell when they begin from different areas. The trailer does show that there's a recurring character who seems to be a side character, this broad-shouldered, shaved head guy who comes and, like, pulls you onto the path of the story.
You meet up with him no matter
You're going to meet regardless. And immediately, I'm so optimistic and, as I said, so excited for this. I'm starting to, the gears are turning of going, okay, how are they going to actually, how is this going to disappoint me?
Are you getting disappointment anxiety?
I'm already getting disappointment and anxiety. I'm like, this is
know
giving
exactly
the illusion
what
of
you
that
mean.
freedom of choice.
The 2020
And is it only, is it going to say, actually, this is just 2 hours. These are these 2-hour missions that you can do where you find that point where you come in and you start doing the same mission, all three of you, and then it opens up into a world.
But like,
I'll take that. I'll take that
It's like
version.
I think about Skadi dying of old age and she's 3 and I'm already telling myself how will I mentally process
God.
the horror of this thing. And like it's like when you start a relationship and you're like, how are all the ways that this can go wrong and be awful?
I mean,
This is exactly the same. It's like every scenario you can apply the same thing to. You're like, I'm so excited about this. This is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. But like that means that the stakes are so much higher and here are all the ways that I can be disappointed.
The more they bring out stuff like this that shows it look incredibly like there's no way it can be this open.
But what like I get what you mean, but you're talking about basically 3 different games is your dream. Like they put out 3 games.
That's what this is selling.
Like at some point it's gonna have to funnel in.
Yes, agreed.
So
I'm worried that-
I'm prepared. I never thought that Cyberpunk is going to be a 60-hour RPG set in a boardroom or a 60-hour RPG
Set in the
Sons
desert.
of Anarchy, or a 60-hour RPG Oliver.
We only know 2 things about this game. Like 3 weeks ago, there was an announcement that there's different endings. Like there's multiple different endings based on the path you take. Now we know there's multiple different beginnings depending on which path you take. So the next piece of news that comes out about this game is there's multiple different middles.
There's one middle.
And you all must
the
traverse
middles
it.
are different
Like a
too.
kind butthole, you must all traverse through the middle, and then we're off.
I was very excited by this. I don't know if the rest of you are as shallow as I am, but when I watched this, because everyone immediately goes, okay, which one am I going to pick? And I was like, which one of these groups of people can I stand to look at for the longest period of time?
Which one do you want to X to erect?
Yeah, it's basically like, who am I most attracted to out of this group? Because I know you're pissed about this. Like, you can't really see yourself that much unless it's in cutscenes or mirrors, because it's first person. So you customize yourself, and then it's like, oh well, I only occasionally see it. So you got to spend all this time looking at these other people. So I'm like, okay, like you all have to look cool, otherwise I'm not going to connect.
So true.
Street Kids, not for me. I think it's the Nomads.
Me too.
Nomads, yeah.
Me too. I think Street Kid looks too gangster. Like, I thought Street
Street
Kids
Kid looks like the default of what the game was, and
Well,
you
yeah.
added these
It
other
looks
two
like the
modes.
most Blade Runner-y. Like, I can see that Street Kid will probably be the most common choice.
It was the first idea.
For me.
Yes, and
yeah.
and it also feels like don't know anything. Corpo, you start in a boardroom, you end up on the streets. Nomad, you start in the country,
Nomads, you're trying to
end
get
up on
into
the
the
streets.
you're trying to get
and
into
then
the city.
Street Kid is like, you're on the streets, you end up on the streets. And so it's like, well, I don't want to necessarily start in the place where I'm going
Totally.
to spend a lot of time in the game.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they've thought of this, and I'm sure it's fine, but like, just conceptually, I'm like, I want to be on a hover bike, I assume.
So Nomad, what would you choose if you had to choose right now?
I'd probably choose Corpo.
I think I would
Confident.
too.
Guys are so cute.
I think also because like the
Scotty would probably
the
take
country hick vibe doesn't vibe with me very well.
That's true.
Like, I'm not into it.
That's true.
I'm
It looks
wait-
very kind of like hick
You're
town
like,
cowboy.
yeah, you're like, I don't want to have sex
But
with
I
my
also,
brother.
yeah, and I also
And I'm like, I do.
I like the idea of like, I don't know, I like those stories of people that have been born to privilege and then are like, I'm going to fight for the little guy, or like have been, and I don't even know if this is that story, but assuming that it is, I like the idea of kind of starting in a position of power and then like having that stripped away as you kind of go rogue.
Yeah, for sure. Let me know, everyone in chat, just type in what you're going for.
My last little
Corpo,
point.
Street Kid, what was the other? Nomad.
Nomad. My last little point about that disappointment is there are two games that I remember from my history of gaming that was I had so much, I was looking forward to them so much that they were never going to live up to the hype. Spider-Man 2, which was the free roaming New York City game. I'm like, I can live in this game forever. Played it for a long time, liked it, kind of got over it. GTA 5, I remember watching those trailers going, there's no way I'd ever do everything in this game and ever find myself thinking, I don't want to play this game. It's going to be everything a game could be. And it's like, I look at it now in my like for sale pile and I'm like, I don't want to play that. And so I just get upset that I think of a game like a trailer like Cyberpunk. It's like, it can do everything. I know that's on me. That's entirely on me. I just,
Like, GTA 5 is one of the greatest pieces of entertainment
It's
ever
incredibly
made.
good, but-
and just because you finished it doesn't diminish the fact that it is that. It's just like, oh, I
100%.
experienced it.
But then I see these
Did
trailers.
love die for you?
A couple of years ago.
Oh, we were
So I've
on
got-
me, but there was some real eyes there. That was some real pain. Overwhelming Corpo love in the chat.
Wow,
by the way.
really?
Great.
Yeah, there's a
Well,
poll
it's
happening
suits.
right now.
Corpo.
You dirty suits.
But I feel like we've influenced them because they're saying Corpo first and then there's Nomad second. And
But there's
no
a part of
one's
me
choosing
that's
Street.
like, yeah, maybe I should do Corpo as well. But
You would.
but no, I think I
We
think
got
I
to,
will go
we all,
Nomad,
we
'cause
somehow
We
between
need
us
to
all, we need
diversify.
to diversify.
I'm a
Street
street kid. Who's that sad street kid?
Yeah. Well, the other thing that I liked just very quickly on that live stream was they have a band that Keanu Reeves fronts. Can't remember the name of it.
Bill
But
and
they
Ted?
showed,
The Wild Stallions?
but they show how they made the original
breathtaking
music for that band.
Right.
And it's a Swedish, Norse, some Scandinavian style metal singer.
Well, they're all the same to you, are they?
Well, that's why I did the thing. Like, can I say that about, like, presumably my own culture at some point? Like, is that racist to put all of the Swedes and Scandinavians together?
Well, Scandinavians put Scandinavians together, so you could have just said Scandinavian.
There you go, Scandinavian. He's probably African. But they showed how they write the music and stuff. But the really interesting thing is that they brought in an English vocal coach because it's Keanu Reeves and he's an American. who is doing the voice, and so when he's talking, he's American, so he needs to sing as an American. And so this Scandinavian metal singer is singing, and in the video they show him clearly getting frustrated because he would do this amazing line, and then he'd be, you know, the worst thing, which I used to hate, you did to me all the time, which was I'd be in the middle of it, and you hated it too, actually. You'd be in the middle of a take for a good game or screenplay or something, and you get halfway through a sentence, and Peter just go, "Stop! No, you said that wrong." And then it would be like, "Dude, that's fine. We'll do it again, but like, don't fucking fuck with my fucking flow." And
Look, there's two ways to direct. It's to let you finish the 50-second take, even though you fucked up in the first 8 seconds, and go like, "That was great. We're going to go from the top," or to stop you at the top, so you only have to do the top 8 seconds again.
so much flow breaking.
Post-show chat? Post-show chat?
But the point is that he's
We're
in the
not
middle
using
of
that
singing
camera
a song, and then the guy, and then the vocal
Stops
coach
him in
is
a-
literally like, beep. No, it's me, not me. and I was just like, I would love to be on
Cyberpunk.
Totally. So now all I'm gonna do is when Keanu Reeves sings, I'm gonna be listening for meows. Cool. Gus.
Awesome. Well, I'll knock through a couple of games that were announced because Sony had a State of Play. Another one of those. And they listed off a couple of interesting games, most of which we'd all heard of before. They gave a lot of time to Crash 3, which is It's About Time. Not a huge Crash fan, but it showed off some really cool, like they're throwing everything into this one. So,
At least it's going to be a launch title.
well, yeah, there you go. I think that's the plan with this. And they've got like a bunch of cool filters and replay modes that you can go through that actually
Yeah, they
change.
remix levels.
Yeah.
I think is a fucking cool idea.
There we go. And yeah, there's some cool ways to enjoy it. I still can't get my head around the perspective of Crash. Like, I hate the angle. I always have. But
It'll be interesting to see if it holds up, if new Crash holds up. 'Cause,
Well, this is the thing,
remastered
'cause
Crash was
remastered-
great, but it was remastered Crash.
And I didn't like original Crash, so I got remastered. Didn't
Yeah.
like that. So this could be cool. There's some, like, as I said, there's a lot of creativity that they're showing off, which could be lots of fun. Skipping through, if I can do that at the same time. One of the big announcements they made was for Hitman. So Hitman 3 is coming out, and in a very sneaky way in the trailer, they announced that it is going to be in VR. So for PlayStation VR, Hitman 3 will be playable in VR.
That would be it. That'd
And
be
this
a
is,
cool
yeah.
VR game.
But then they also announced that Hitman 2 and 1, these are the more recent versions of the Hitman
yeah.
series, which are
Capital letter Hitman.
capital letter Hitman that do the episodic versions. They are also going to be playable, so they're going to make the whole trilogy of them playable in VR. Now, it looks really cool. It's just obviously a very tailored cutscene for it. Whether or not that's going to be the best way to play Hitman, I'm not sure. I would love the idea if you could
There's Sam
maybe-
Fisher.
whether or not you could maybe like switch in and
Put him
out.
in everything.
Whether you could be playing it and have your VR set there and then go, I don't know if Sony VR is that easy to have on the fly, but go, I'm going to kill this guy. Might just pop the goggles on for this bit if you're feeling particularly, horrible. Yeah, okay, wrong game. But that's kind of a cool, very short trailer just to announce that, which got a lot of people
Just on
excited.
that, before you skip ahead.
Yeah.
Because I was so excited by this. The two things, I saw people saying that they don't like the idea of like choking people out. Like it might be too real.
Sure.
But the violence in Hitman is very not violent. Like there's
Yeah.
no blood. You kind of just like grab someone and then they fall over. So
Plus, the implication of that is that you can like put them to sleep a little bit.
exactly.
Not
yeah,
with a piano
bits.
wire, not with a garroting wire, I think.
Yeah, you just
They don't wake up from that one.
You just don't totally cut off the esophagus. You just love tap. The esophagus. But the actual thing where I'm like, I think this is really cool. My one hesitation, and I'm just going to be interested to see how they deal with it, is that Hitman is a game that when you play it, you are constantly aware of your surroundings. In the third person, you almost kind of swing up a bit isometric-y.
You need to see when people are turning their heads
Yeah,
at you
it's all
going,
about like timing that thing so that someone's just walked around there and I get the outfit and I'm going through this door and blah, blah, blah. And when you are in VR, then this is so you just got your head on a swivel as
Yeah.
opposed to the game is built around the idea that you're going to see quite a bit of the level around you. So I'm going to be interested to see how that works.
Yeah, again, it feels like something that might be appropriate for moments in the Hitman series. Like, it's a really great the gameplay in that is really great. The stealth is fantastic. Those reimaginings over the last 2 iterations have been really cool. So again, maybe if it's just part of it, that would be fun.
That series is so good.
It is.
Like,
They've done a really good job
just
of kind of
completely
reinvigorating it.
Yeah.
Speaking of reinvigorating, Braid is getting an anniversary edition. It's been completely hand painted. It's been.
That man has too much time and money.
Yeah, I want to say 10 years since Braid came out.
That's right.
Something really long like that. And they've gone through and actually redone every element of the graphics. So that's really wonderful. I never played Braid, but I remember people saying it's wonderful.
It's wonderful, but also makes you hate yourself.
There you go. Okay. It's totally up my alley, so I'm definitely going to give that a go.
You will love it.
Yeah,
I
great.
will love it because I played it 10 years ago and I can't remember how to solve a single puzzle.
Look at that! Look
Yeah.
at that, like hand painted. Oh, they're showing it off in that
that's
detail.
so
It's really lovely. And even the animations, it's got a little turn.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
It is
one that
such a good game, man.
Yeah,
it is
cool.
like it was the game that
I remember hearing so
it
much
was
about
the
it.
game that kicked off the whole indie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. We have so many games now because of Braid. Braid also is coming with a commentary track.
Yes.
Massive one from Jonathan Blow.
That's amazing.
Which is going to
Did
be-
you guys watch Indie Game the movie?
Yeah.
That was such an insight into Jonathan Blow, I thought.
Yeah,
And so I'm
totally.
curious to know how this kind of game dev commentary would give
I
us
also-
a little bit more of that because he's a strange guy.
He is a strange guy, and there's also No Clip do a great series on him about The Witness as well.
Yeah,
but,
cool.
But it is, yeah. I'm
Indie games
so
with
excited
commentary
for
can
that.
often really well, they can really cleverly add it in there as those little notes that you walk through the game. And I'm trying to think of the last one I did where I was really interested in the way you could just click on certain elements and you'd be like, this part of the level was really hard to design. You're like, oh, it gives such a great perspective on a section of a game. So yeah, that's going to be really lovely for people who are a fan of that and for people who never played it. This is one that's a new announcement called was it the Pathless? The Pathless, which it looks like a mix between Journey meets I want to say a bit of Horizon Zero Dawn with a bit of kind of like it's an open world that uses this kind of cool sliding mechanic, archery. You've got a little eagle friend, and you move around this. I know I'm just saying what's on the screen, but this is actually
that's fine.
what they said in the trailer.
Yep.
It's an open world. You kind of bring
It's a,
life back into
Eagle
it.
Friend.
It's a little bit, Breath of the Wild here.
And a bit of Breath of the Wild as well. But really, really beautiful looking game. And yeah, it just looked like a cool concept.
So fun.
Very
and so
pretty
beautiful.
and-
It is really all of those things that you just said.
It is. It's an archer who slides on the grass with an eagle friend. But when that movement is happening and they're just like channeling through, like sweeping through the grass, I think there's a boss fight later on in this that was really interesting.
Wintry is doing the score apparently.
There you
Says
go.
Muso for
I was
hire.
just
Very
about- I was just about
Journey-esque.
to say, if it's got a good score, then that'll be the icing on the cake.
So a cool part of, it seems like there's a lot of momentum in the game. Like you chase the boss down, that sort of thing as well.
Yeah, right.
Bring Daddy some peanut.
Oh, there we go. I'll smash through the last one. Speaking of indie games, one I'm super excited for that they've kindly got a release date for, Spelunky 2.
Yep.
I love Spelunky 1. Pete and I played a heap of that on Vita, and the developer of that, I think it's just a one-man team again, isn't it? Might have some more
Yeah,
people, but
yeah, basically.
one core developer. And yeah, so that's looks incredibly feature-rich now. It's got online play, heaps of hidden secrets in Spelunky in the first one, and so I'm keen to see how much they're going to hide away in that as well. And that's pretty much all that grabbed my attention. We got some more footage of, I want to call it bug snacks, which the internet is just shitting on. Collectively just saying this game is ugly and they don't like it.
What?
No, I've seen a lot of people just saying like it's unsettling for them. It looks hilarious, kind of like Pokemon Snap meets Viva Pinata.
Bugsnax is my most anticipated.
Okay, I've just seen a lot of hate. Maybe I've just read the wrong things, but a lot of people have said this creeps them out. They're not too sure about it.
That's
I think
so
it looks cool.
interesting. All I see, like Bugsnax, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Even I need to.
I think people hate the character designs. They look like reject Muppets to some people.
It's like peak internet.
It is.
It looks so
Yeah,
good.
And
it's
then-
a little bit Justin Roiland-y without the Justin Roiland, which
Yeah.
I think we need a little
Yeah.
slice of.
Just have one voice.
And just finally to finish on, which is what they chose to finish on, was Godfall, which I said earlier today looks god-awful.
Hey!
Thank you very much. This is from Gearbox. It's been in the works for a while. It looks like the most generic, uninspired slasher set in this just generic fantasy kind of wannabe God of War meets.
I mean, it looks beautiful.
Does it though? Like,
I was
Yeah.
about
I
to
would say it looks
it
looks
like
uninspired.
I would say it looks like
Like
a
I've
game
seen
from a
every
different
part of this in games.
console generation.
And then the trailer
It looks beautiful, but not striking.
correct.
Yeah.
And if you watch the full trailer with the developer talking or the commentary talking about the combat, it just doesn't sound like there's that much interesting combat in there. They talk about the difference between having two blades and a long blade and a short blade. And I was
Is there
like,
a light and a heavy attack?
there is a light and a heavy attack that they say really will really transfigure the way in which you approach your combat. And I'm like,
Wow.
will it? Or will I just go in there and mash those buttons? So again, that was a strange one for them to give like maybe 10 to 15 minutes at the end of this
Yeah, it
on.
was a big
It
end.
really slumped at the end. So
It's funny, there's a couple of people in the chat saying that it looks like the new God of War with less going for it, and Bajo said it has that God of War vibe, over-the-shoulder combat, that he doesn't like very much. I mean, I think that a lot of games in this genre... Sorry, go.
no, literally this swing, then a miss. Like there's just some strange gameplay in this trailer that I watched that was just like
Yeah.
a lot of misses. It looked like the person doing the demo could have gone back and done it a bit better from time to time.
Yeah, like...
Another
no,
miss.
It kind
at
of
the end
looks
a
like
combo.
it kind of looks like a bit Guild Warsy, and it's like you've got a obviously it doesn't have a move bar down the bottom, but like you've got a selection of combos to almost
Again, there's lots
play
of
out.
yeah.
So he's just finishing a
combo, I
that's
guess,
the thing.
yeah.
It's
I
a bit
think
MMO, but by
Yeah.
yourself.
this combat doesn't look terrible to me. I think that I can see how this might be satisfying in a way to play. I think that
Yeah,
most games have
weird.
suffered, most games like this sort of like action, fantasy, this just everything about this game really suffer now that we live in a post God of War world.
Yeah.
Where it just was so good at doing this in every
It
single
looks
way.
like an MMO.
Well,
But the way the combat is missing, it just really threw me off when I watched this for the
And
first
then
time.
it looks
to
like
black.
Too Human. Do you remember
Yeah.
Too Human?
Vaguely, yeah.
That was supposed to be a trilogy of games, and the first one just did so badly
Yeah.
that they never ended up. It was an Xbox game. They never ended up.
Skyforge.
No, not question. Prediction? Cancelled before release.
What?
I'm just
No.
gonna go.
No.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb.
You're insane.
Yeah, I know. I feel like making a long shot.
You're
an outside
insane.
bet.
There were, I mean,
This is gonna
even Knack got a sequel. There's no way this isn't gonna do
I just
okay
think
as
this
a launch
reeks
title.
of it gets.
Cancelled before it's coming out this year.
Yeah, so was Halo Infinite.
Is it? So was that.
Look, I'm having some fun. I reckon this just looks so
Cancelled.
uninspired that they're gonna go. Actually, you know what? We're not gonna put this. At
We
the front
hate
line."
ourselves for doing this. We're done here.
Just saying.
But if it's
A lot of people put a lot of
Oh, I
hard
can't
work.
wait
But
to.
if it's this finished, at what point is it like they would just make money?
It looks
from
He's
Right.
insane.
It actually looks
no,
great.
Steph, he's insane. Cancelled.
I want it to be.
before release. It is
It's a
due out this
spicy,
year.
spicy take.
Indie Mouse says, Gus, I will give you $100,000 if it gets cancelled.
That's
Indie Mouse, I will match you and raise you $500,000 and my stake in the company.
That's enough for me to try and get to the studio and burn it down in time now to earn that.
John
Look,
Romy says
best of luck to them.
street kid Gus, and Big Bad Bray says cancel culture is real.
Anyway, so that was the most recent state of play that they just showed off then. Recently.
Wait, what? I want to make sure that I have this reference. So this game is published by Gearbox.
Yeah.
And the best line of the night comes from Phoenix O'Line, who says, Gearbox released Battleborn. They're known for committing to mistakes.
Yeah, maybe that's probably more what I was channeling there. It's going to come out. It's going to just wilter away in the best part of a few days.
But
Cancelled before release.
I mean,
God, I'm going to look so dumb.
Imagine how smug he will be.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Okay, so then the news story that I'll cover, and I'll just be pretty quick about it, is pretty disappointing. So this is Apple have said that they're not going to allow services like xCloud or Stadia on their devices. So there was Stadia and xCloud, obviously things of this ilk where you stream games to your different devices. They were running a closed beta for xCloud. They've been doing the same for Stadia, and then they announced that they're pulling it, and it's not going to come out on release on any Apple device because Apple are not going to certify their app. Apple say it's because they want to... no Stadia? That just upset 3 people. Apple is saying that it's because they need to protect their users, and that every app goes through a certification to make sure that there's no weird shit in it or harmful code, or it can take over your phone. Things that I'm sure Google and Microsoft to just go, yeah, we're going to let all that stuff through our service. They allow things like Netflix, which is basically exactly the same thing, where you go, you're going to have this, but you're going to be watching content that isn't certed by Apple.
And also is a competitor product to Apple's
Apple
TV, yeah.
service as well. So
and really, this just seems like Apple. For me, it seems like Apple aren't getting enough of a cut of what they want, because their whole thing is like, if you put anything through the App Store, we take, I think it's 30%, and that's why you can't buy anything on Amazon through like digital goods. You can't buy a Kindle book or something on the Amazon app. You have to go to the website, because Apple are just taking a cut of that digital sale.
Microsoft's just going to pay syntax to port it all across to HTML. And you'll literally just go to your iPhone, go to Safari or whatever it is, and go like Xbox now.
Yeah.
And like, there's going to be ways around.
It's
just absurd.
I mean, the game Stadia currently runs through a browser. So there's no reason why you couldn't just launch Chrome or Safari or whatever on your phone and and do it through that. Obviously, an app would be better. I'm pissed. I guess like I can't remember. I was listening to a podcast this week. I can't remember which one it was, so I'm sorry. But where they said this is the first time that they've felt like, as an owner of an Apple product, that they're losing on this, like that they're missing out on something. Because most of the time, that's not how it feels. And it's like, you are paying so much money for this product. You're paying such a premium on this device. You got my money. Yeah. Like, let me have this. So it just seems, I mean, for something like xCloud, I think the realistic use for me would be not on my phone as I'm traveling somewhere. It would be much more, we're on a work trip and I'm staying in a hotel and I'm playing my Xbox game on my laptop rather than on my phone. But it still just seems like that's a huge chunk of an audience that can't access.
I feel like Apple's just in a weird space when it comes to gaming. They don't really know how to kind of make it their own. And so all they can do is just stop other people from coming in.
And I mean, they have their Apple arcade thing,
It's
which is
successful and has great games.
good, but it's not a competitor.
No,
for
not
this.
at all.
Like it's not.
No.
Like it's not at all the same kind of thing. It's not. It's just dumb.
You're right. It's sad news. It's just like, it's a step backwards.
For you and I, the Android people over there are just like, oh, we'll be fine. Look at us.
What will we play on our ski
It
trips?
folds out to a mass. This is bigger than our television. I can play Halo on this.
Novelty phone.
Look, it's a cool thing to exist, but I don't think I'm going to use xCloud that much. So it's like,
It's one of those
probably
things
would
that
have
I'll
when I
get
was
to work.
younger. I would definitely have like been playing a game in the morning while eating breakfast, and then been on the school bus and been like, "Fuck, I want to finish that mission,"
I'm gonna
and just
pick up.
done it on the bus.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure a bunch of people will get to do, and that's sick. It's sick that we live in a world where kids get to play games, even in class.
It's like that if your parents took your TV out of your room, that you'll still be able to play.
You can play it on your watch.
Yeah.
No, it's an Apple Watch.
So there you go. That's done.
Sad.
Yeah, cool. We were going to go to an ad break, weren't we? And then...
believe
should
so.
we do? Well, I think, we've got one more news story, but we're going to get Bajo on for that one.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So let's have a very quick word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back with the Barge Man himself.
Scar.
The scar was too powerful. So we were going to have Bajo, and we were desperately trying to just get him in the studio, and I don't know what's happened, but let's just talk about the story instead. So we're going to be doing, the thing we wanted to talk to Stephen about was that Rocksteady have confirmed that they're making a Suicide Squad game.
Yeah.
But it's just disappointing.
It's super disappointing because, like, you know, we organised all this and we made sure all the space was set up for him, and he didn't even bother to show up.
Which is very annoying, but...
Am I?
Oh, what the?
Is that you?
There's
Oh, God.
everywhere.
Is it like a virus?
Is it poo?
Oh,
Has
what's
something
going on?
hacked into our...
Oh my goodness.
He's on the
Summer
table!
There he is.
Everyone's on the table!
What's he wearing?
back.
Oh, vampires these days.
Hi, I
Hello,
guess.
Hello!
Oh my God!
How's it going, mate?
Hello! Hello!
Stop farting, please.
Please.
Hawks, Guts, Pyrith, and Niche Boy.
There it is.
That's us,
Thank you
yeah.
very much.
It's been a while.
Nice to hear from you, mate.
Thanks for showing up, I guess.
Oh my god!
Welcome to the studio.
I didn't realize we were going to be wearing the same thing, Goose.
What, the beard? Come on, mate.
And
I've
the
been growing
backwards
this out
cap.
for weeks. What is?
Alright.
What is on your face?
Fine. You can be the beard man. It makes you feel like a real man.
There you go.
Hi.
Now you've got Steph's beard.
Perfect.
How are you, buddy?
Hi. Is the audio... Jens, how's the audio? Jens has just come in and goes something. I can't hear you, Jens. Not good? Am I too loud? I'm too
No.
quiet?
We can hear
Am
you.
I too quiet? Chat, can you hear me? Do I sound okay?
What's going on?
Audio quiet on Bajo.
Stop farting! Because
I'll-
you're farting
I'll give
directly onto me and it's really gross.
I'm too quiet?
Stop it!
Stop that.
He could be louder. Audio needs up. Pete will fix the audio.
I got to turn
You can
our
turn me
speaker
up,
down.
Pete.
I got to turn our
Hi,
speaker.
everyone. By the way, I'll wait till Pete turns me up.
I'm turning you down there and up here. Just keep
How,
talking.
hello. Test 1, 2. How do I sound now? How do I sound now?
I mean, I've missed this voice.
Better.
Yeah, better.
Better. Good
good?
Bajo.
Cool.
Turn him
Am
up,
I
Pete.
good now?
How do
Out
we?
of 10.
What's the best noise to test a sound with? Oh Jesus!
I've always wondered
do I
what it would
sound?
be like to be on your stream.
only a little better, and I can move my mic is pointing at my face. A little better?
You're good. You're the same level as us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat, you go nuts,
Chat's
chat.
full.
Yeah,
Calm
chat's
down.
fine.
Chat
Just
don't-
shut up, guys.
You're
Come
muted.
on.
You're muted.
Do you have any idea how difficult this is? My God. Bajo, we brought you on.
Welcome to my stream. Let's check on the cats.
No, this is
No, Bajo,
Hang
this
on.
isn't your
They look really
stream.
good.
Stephen, you just finished your stream. You're on our stream now.
This is our stream, so if you
Sorry,
could...
I get confused. I'm very old.
No, that's
saw that
okay.
you did.
That's
No,
fine.
I wanted to talk to you. Jens, could I have a cough? Jens, I spilled cough on my pants.
I've got new mugs now, which you can't knock over.
No spilling.
Unspillable?
Dex sent me some new mugs. You can bang them, but they don't knock over if you pick them up like that.
Jex,
They're
legend.
fantastic. I've already spilt them, though. I found
What
a
a-
way. But still, they're pretty great.
What a leg end.
And how's
Hi,
the
everyone.
spaghetti keeping for you?
Spaghetti. Oh, yeah, you love the way I store spaghetti, Pete.
Yeah,
you love the
you're
way
a-
I store.
you're
But
a
you know what?
disaster.
I don't want to talk about the way that all Australians store their spaghetti by breaking it up into small chunks and putting it in a box. The NAC 2 was great.
NAC 2 was. NAC 1 was shit.
NAC
But
1, pretty damn. NAC 2 was NAC 2 was the best
NAC 2,
God of War we had
brilliant.
since
NAC-
God of War before the other God of War, which I never even finished.
Knack 3 cancelled before release.
Yeah. So you trigger me with your spaghetti storage in the same way. I've got a mate who eats Kit Kats just like instead of through the fingers, just eats a chunk out of the whole.
No.
block.
Yeah.
That's
Just
also
goes,
how I
just-
eat Kit Kats. That's how everybody in Australia eats Kit Kats.
You're a
It's against
monster.
nature.
Yeah.
Awful,
and I'm
awful.
sure Steph's told this story before, but you reading a book in the airport?
Oh my God.
Oh, that's actually-
That's really, really, that's a tough, I tell this story to other people, and then other people are traumatized. But he was halfway through like a chunky novel, and then decided he didn't want to carry the whole chunky novel on the airplane.
It's very big.
So
It was
he
a
tore
massive
it in
book.
half and threw the other half in the bin, and
Who's
was
gonna
like,
want half
"Now
a
I
book?"
only have to carry the back half."
What about when they
As,
get
true. You
as
can't put
someone
that
who
on eBay.
preserves books in a library at home and like worships them as idols, it was very painful.
It's actually
But I
like
read it already. I don't need it. I read it. No one else wants it.
What about
It's
when they
useless.
get to that character in the book that you go, can't remember where did he come from again? Well, guess there's no finding out.
I imagine if I was sitting there, that rip is like a fundamental stirring in my waters.
Oh,
where I'm
right in
like
Gus's
something
mouth.
when there was something specially wrong with what just happened. Okay, Bajo, you're here because Arkham developers, Arkham Knight, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Rocksteady announced that they are doing a Suicide Squad video game. You and I are huge fans of the Arkham games. How do we
Yes.
feel about Suicide Squad as being their next title?
It's been so long since we've sat opposite each other, Nick.
Has been. I think the last time we did this was reviewing Arkham City.
I think it might have been.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, look, I love anything that Rocksteady get up to, but Suicide Squad is a bin fire of a franchise. I don't even think Rocksteady can save it. And I love Rocksteady. I've loved everything they've done with the Batman series. But I didn't stay. I walked out of the movie. It's
You walked
stupid
out?
movie. I walked right out after half an hour. What a mess.
In
Same with
fairness-
Birds of Prey. Stupid movie.
I just saw that too. Very stupid film as well.
Bajo's a notorious walker-outerer of films.
It's true.
And a
Like it has,
ripper-upper of books.
he has to be like fully entertained within the first 30 minutes, or he's gonna walk out and buy a phone, which is
I've
what
got
he
things
did
to do.
once.
I've got phones to buy. I think, I walked out of Avatar. We all saw Avatar together on like launch night in this
The
amazing
Last
cinema.
Airbender,
Yeah.
not the blue alien film,
Yeah,
right?
the blue dudes.
No,
The
no,
blue
we saw
movie.
Avatar together, the Blue Dudes. I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
because as we were watching it, as soon as the Blue Dudes came on, he said, "I'd still have sex with them." And I was like, I'm so glad to be watching this movie with you.
And then
understand
you
why
walked
guys are
out.
laughing. I don't see anything funny about that. Is
No.
if you get to the end of your life, so you're dying on your deathbed,
Yeah.
you don't want any regrets, and one of those regrets might be, I didn't have sex with that alien. But what if I had?
This might be a terrible thing to admit on an archive live stream, but I had sex with an alien. But I have thought about this, and I've gone, yeah, like if it wasn't like Alien from Alien, if it was more
not
like
a xenomorph,
Avatar, I'd be
but
like, yeah, if they came on to me, I'd probably give it a crack.
But they're so tall.
Yeah, they'd be his height.
What's
yeah,
wrong
but
with
maybe
that?
that's my thing. Maybe I want
You want to
four.
climb them like a tree.
Maybe
I see you. Get off me. But I know this is more interesting than the topic, but you walked out of that film?
Yeah, 10
wanna
minutes before
climb
it
him like
ended.
a
I was
tree.
like, I've seen enough. I don't need to know how this ends. This film is stupid.
It's not the
Yeah.
best film ever, but it's an expensive, polished, giant, income-earning 3D. I can't believe you were bored and you walked out.
Are you
should've
gonna
cancelled
Wait,
it
do you
before
want to, look,
release.
you can polish up a turd as much as you want, but it doesn't mean I have to stare at it for 3 hours and 55 minutes.
I just love
need
it. Like
to pee.
Bajo's
Too
time is
long.
worth so much based on
things
all
to
the
do.
films he's walked out of. I think I've walked out of one movie in my whole life.
I've never walked out of a film. I refuse to. I see it to the end. It's
Yeah.
90 minutes. I paid for it.
No, I respect that though. I'm the same. I would never walk out of a movie, but I respect that because I've walked out of movies having sat through all 2.5 hours of whatever and been like, yeah, that was disappointing.
Yeah.
Time is short. Like,
Yeah.
and we don't want to be regretting. We don't want to regret anything. We don't want to be on our deathbed and think, oh,
getting
no
cold
sex with
in here.
aliens. That's my point of all of this.
Sure.
Is there
Absolutely.
just a localized
That's my
shower?
point.
Just a localized sad
It was
storm.
it was a sad storm above Bajo.
Yeah, the,
What are we talking about again?
Wait,
Suicide Squad.
did you walk out of Suicide Squad?
Yes.
Stop.
Yeah, right.
fighting
I wish
Bajo.
I had. That's one of the few films I wish I had walked out of.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Well,
and you know what?
technically, you bought it online.
And I saw it at home as well, so it's awkward too that I should.
Imagine if you walked out
You
your
walked out
house.
of it
You're just
in
like,
your
I'm
own
done
house.
with this.
Walked outside, bought
You
a
can
phone.
keep the apartment. This is shit.
Well, to steer it back just briefly to the news, like what would be your ideal Suicide Squad game, just in a nutshell? Like, how do you think they could do a decent job of it?
Oh God, just throw out everything they've tried to do with the franchise. Just throw it all in the bin.
As a game,
and,
though?
they've got. I love DC. Like I love DC more than Marvel. I know that's saying something, especially because everything DC's done in a post-Nolan world has been confused and messy and missed the mark. And even the first Superman, Man of Steel, I remember walking out to that being really excited about it until I thought about it, and then I hated it. Right? They don't know they don't know what to do in this post-Nolan world, and they keep trying to just do gritty without comedy. And the biggest problem I feel that DC has had is just not having enough comedy, and they've got these beautiful, fun characters, and none of the jokes work. It's all just trying to be gritty and dark, and it's not fun to watch. You know, I'll watch the news if I want gritty and dark. I'm watching this to laugh and be entertained with these superheroes I know and love.
And it does feel like, oh no, all three at once. Go.
I was just going to say, I think it's tricky because, you know, with all of the kind of original Batman films, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin and stuff, it was a bit hokey and kitschy and like a bit funny and stuff. And then with the Nolan films, they went in such a different direction, and that was so successful that when that ended, they were like, well, now what? And you're right, now it feels really confused, but they're also competing with Marvel, who have their own thing going on, and they don't want to do the exact same thing. So I don't know how to solve the DC problem.
Well, it seems like
they're terrible. They're just such structurally terrible films in general.
Yeah.
They are always a mess, and they are always, you know, they are always the result of recuts and reshoots. And it seems like, as you said, that comedy, that opinion you have, which I totally share, every time they've tried to do it, they've had to shoehorn it in at the 11th hour. Like, they've gone in and... The hell was that? They've gone in and either put in a new director. He agrees.
Sorry, that's not me. I paused my alerts. I don't know why that happened.
I don't know what that was.
Someone's sending bits to you on your channel.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, my point being is they always cram it in at the last minute, so it's never cohesive. It's always a mess, and you're right. Those films are always a Frankenstein. Nick's turn.
But we're talking about a video game, not the movies?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
True.
I actually feel the exact opposite, which is I reckon the Rocksteady Batman games, amazing. I think that what they will be is what we wanted Marvel Avengers to be. Suicide Squad will be a narrative film that will have a slightly open world, a narrative game, slightly open world like Batman Arkham City or something, and you will swap between 4 core members of the Suicide Squad that each work in different ways, have different abilities, but because you're being driven by this narrative, it will look graphically very impressive, which Marvel doesn't. And then don't touch the blood.
No, because
No, I know, but I was like that face. I actually think that it could be a success. The thing that I like that it's doing is it seems to have either Bizarro Superman or Superman has gone near the red kryptonite or whatever again, and he's become bad. And to put Superman in a video game, the problem has always been he's too powerful, you destroy everybody. By making him the villain that potentially the Suicide Squad need to go after, I think is a great way to deal with the fact that Superman is overpowered in every video game.
Yeah, they do that in every MK versus DC or DC fighting game. It's like everybody just gets a weird crystal thing and they're evil so they can all fight each other. Right?
Totally.
But I feel like, Rocksteady know what they're doing. You know, they know how to build great stories. And they know the characters really well. Yeah. So you can't look at any of the Arkham games and think, okay, they didn't really nail Harley or the Joker, right? They freaking nail them. And so that gives me hope, though, you know, because I love all these characters in the Suicide Squad stuff, but they've just all been done terribly. So if they can harness the lore love they have for all the stuff they've done with the Arkham characters and put that into it, then it can't be bad. It can't, right, guys, it can't be bad.
No. Cancelled before release.
You've assumed grumpy old man.
Oh yeah. Who just lets Bajo sit in his lap and
We
smells.
need to get that on a T-shirt for Gus.
I've missed how you
Cancelled
smell.
before release.
Yeah, can I get a butt slap like CB got last week?
All right,
I was
everyone
very
in.
jealous.
Disgusting.
Awful.
Classy.
All right,
It's a
well,
wet
thank you very
slap.
much for coming on. I'm sorry that wasn't the 17th, but the 13th will do.
What's under your
13's
shirt? Oh, actually, it's
13's
we're on
pretty
Twitch.
good.
Don't take it off.
It's just fatness. And
no
I had
Maccas.
Hungry Jacks today, and for the first time in a while. And let's just say, I got these farts are half effects and half real. It's disgusting. It's so bad. So I don't know if Hungry Jacks are a sponsor or not. If they are, fucking drop them. It's terrible. And we can. Hey, I was gonna say this is the first time all the good game, well, like a big portion of the good game OG crew are together, and we can all say fuck now.
Hey! On 3.
On the count of 3.
1, 2, 3. Fuck!
Blue aliens.
All right.
Thanks for watching, kids.
It's good
Check
to
out
be
the
on the
cats.
internet.
Hey! Oh, it's Cat Cam.
That's lovely.
That's so sweet that we just got live.
Hang on, I have been putting
Scotty, come
I have been putting screenshots on these, so we could do a screenshot now for the thumbnail.
What's that?
It's a demon.
Go get him! Go get him! Go get him! Go get him!
Into the lights, my
Yeah,
pretties.
No!
Bye, Bajo.
you did so well.
Wait, is he gone?
You did so
He
well.
just smoked. He back.
Wait,
You
can,
did
can he
so
come back for
well.
can he come back for a thumbnail?
No, because he
No, he
knew
bat
that
bombed.
Scotty was about to eat him. So
Oh, fair call.
he was gone.
What the hell?
All right, so that's
Bajo.
Bajo. You all remember him. Good. I'm glad we got that cleared up. I'm glad he finally bloody came on the show.
Yeah.
Drop that F-bomb.
Drop that F-bomb.
And that was news. We're going to play the news title thing again. aren't we?
Go for
Yeah,
it.
this is technically the end of the news. The news, of course, the backup brought to you by Tim. Our mate Tim. Can we get an exclamation mark in the chat? Show some support for Tim and the Learn Programming Academy. If you want to learn programming from a guy called Tim, then Learn Program Academy programming from Tim seems like the best way to do that. Thank you very much to Tim for being the official sponsor of the backup, the news in back pocket tonight. Oh yeah, I always fade away at that point.
What do you mean
Figure
fade
that
away?
out. My voice fades away, and chat are saying yeah, it happened in the last one. When the video comes up, my voice fades away, and then I come back normally. I don't know what that is. It's like auto leveling something.
There shouldn't be any audio leveling. I reckon it's your voice.
Yeah, I think you're just
I
losing
think
energy.
you actually lose energy.
Really think?
Because you look down at your script.
No.
Well, I'll listen back to
Will
the
is
recording.
watching right now. Will's an editor. Will, prove that I'm right. You know how I talk.
But lower the standard of your edits.
Yeah, you're really making Gus insecure.
There is a.
It's
No,
probably
it's not crossfade. It's a transition. It is a stinger. It's over the top.
transition in OBS. It's
There's
fine.
music.
We'll fucking figure this out. Don't worry. It's show 4. What is wrong with you
Just
people?
speak up.
Micah,
You're always so quiet.
The one thing Pete says is speak up. Okay, that was Bajo. Now it's time to go from one of the great Australian game reviewers to one of the great Australian games, hopefully, because we're going to play some Boomerang Fu.
Oh yeah.
Boomerang Fu.
Dang.
This game, I'm very excited about this. So this is a game from an Australian developer called Cranky Watermelon. They're also publishing it. It's coming out on Steam, Switch, and Xbox. It is a co-op game. It's super fun looking. It's got a great art style. It comes out tomorrow. So it actually comes out like 3 a.m. or something overnight. We have code, and I think we're technically the first people in the world to be streaming this.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey!
It's
Well,
not
let's
actually
make it
officially
full
out.
screen then.
That's why you're here for an
But
exclusive.
we're legally allowed to stream it.
I double checked.
Can we drop the F word? Because it does look like Boomerang FU.
So the premise of the game is you're a piece of toast that fucks the blue alien. No, the premise of the game is that you are pieces of food in a battle arena, just fighting each other. Did you have a little play?
I had a quick play of it just to get things running.
I
And
played
it's-
long enough for my husband to murder me 3 times.
Well, yeah, you play
No,
as.
not nice. Against women.
It's a little arena brawler, essentially, where the mechanic is that you all have a boomerang, and you can use that as a melee weapon up close, but you can obviously throw it, it can bounce off walls, and I believe you then have to kind of like use the force to pull it back. And in doing that, it can kill people on the return as well. So
Yeah,
it gets very
We're
chaotic.
wasting time here. Let's get it.
Like a boomerang.
Yeah. Now, the coolest thing straight off the bat is these characters that you can pick from that we saw,
Avocado.
which is just freaking adorable.
Had to put my glasses on because my eyes are getting old.
Oh yes.
I'm going to be the pink donut because I have the pink donut controller.
I'm going to be
who
desperate for coffee.
So Nick's Pete's coffee. Nick's
Oh, you
donut.
have to be toast. Toast is so cute.
No, watermelon.
Watermelon's cute as well.
I'm a big fan of watermelon.
Yeah.
Pinky watermelon.
So you can add bots, which is kind of cool. But then essentially, I think we go into a free-for-all where we all just fight each other. We can play in teams or hold on to the golden boomerang.
Teams.
Teams.
Wait.
All right, let's do it.
Teams, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Coffee and watermelon. What go well together?
No, don't put me on Peter's team.
Oh, no, I'll go with the donut.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Wait, who's the
Brown coffee.
Healthy on the
Yeah,
left.
we
Oh,
go
you
together.
and me. Yeah. Donut
Okay.
and coffee. Come on.
And watermelon and avocado.
Team healthy.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Loser
So we did work out this bit straight off the bat is you need to hit the wall.
/ throw. And if you throw your boomerang and it gets stuck in a tree or something, you can hold Y.
You suck it
Well,
back.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you will need to hit the little wall around you at this level just to start. So you'll see
get out.
To get out, it drops down. And don't fall in the water either.
Why am I
And use
red?
dash to get over. Okay.
fell.
So many rules, Angus.
Use
You gotta
dash
hit
to
the
get
switch,
over the
switch,
water.
Not the.
Yep, okay. And then throw. Right, so it's teaching me how to get out
Oh.
of this. I see.
Oh, damn. I was trying to
Avocado
slash
dead.
you from behind.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
oh, take that. Oh, come back. Yo!
Nice.
Team
Unhealthy
facts.
breakfast. Unhealthy breakfast.
Why am I a red avocado?
I think because we're a red
Because we're on
team.
team.
You're-
Ah!
Oh, dead.
Oh my
already.
god.
Dead straight away.
slow down.
Oh, they connected?
Boomerangs are so good.
Oh,
I should have hit
smashed
you.
it.
Oh, can I hit if I throw the boomerang if I don't have it? Maybe not.
No, I imagine you have to use it as a throw
guys
weapon.
Oh, was
This is
the first thing
crazy.
was just a
There's
trial.
keep in mind there are elements in the levels that will. Oh, that's us. We're a team.
We're a team. Oh
That's us. We're a team.
my god.
Oh, no! I will
I
avenge
walked
you.
into the water. I walked into the water.
I will avenge you. Who's
How you
left?
doing that?
Can I throw it around?
Don't walk into the water.
Oh, wait, don't you
What if I
Kill him,
can I-
Gus. Kill him, Gus.
If I do that and then I run over here. Oh no! I'm out of boomerang.
Yes!
I had a second boomerang. Yeah,
I don't know.
I threw a second.
Well, I don't know about that.
I love these little stages.
This is cool. Yeah, you can like.
How quickly it's there are switches, so if you hit that switch, you can change the level. Oh,
No.
oh, it's a ricochet.
Nice work
So-
with the hook.
You
I
just
keep getting killed by the environment. I was outside the line for too long and exploded.
It is one of those ones that's
right,
like,
I didn't notice.
oh, keep your eye on what to do. This feels like Untitled Goose Game.
It's just like you gotta be
Oh,
careful not to
why am I-
spam because
Oh, we're
it's
on
like,
ice.
Oh, there's little bits of ice in the
Oh,
middle.
ice.
That's cool.
Okay, I want it. What?
Yeah.
Wait, we got take
Yes!
take out coffee.
Donut!
Take out your husband. I have not
Wait,
got a.
wait. We got a flank. Flank.
Take him out!
Flank.
Take him out! Take him out! No! What happened? I'm down.
No!
It's on you. Go avocado.
Eat up.
Get him, get him.
My boomerang
Die!
This is adorable.
I love you, Die.
Die also.
Where's the
It's a
book?
book.
Is there any way to have?
Teleport boomerang.
Oh, we're running
Oh,
out of
the
stage.
stage is
We're running
moving?
out of stage.
Oh no.
Oh, you almost jumped in.
My boomerang is gone.
Yeah, you
My
gotta pull it
boomerang's
back.
gone.
Hang on. Who's left? Who's left?
Coffee. Come on, Pete. Pete. Durin.
No! Oh! No!
That's so stressful when your boomerang leaves. You're so vulnerable.
Oh, wow.
Very cute.
Okay. Oh, this is my favorite level that I've seen so far.
Can I just say early on, this just feels like the kind of game that's. Jesus, that was brutal.
Took you out.
This just feels like the kind of game that. Get him. Get your boomerang. Get your
Oh,
boomerang.
it's stuck!
You both didn't have your boomerang.
I was alternating between
Why
suck
was
back
it
and
stuck
hit.
on the ground?
Maybe it was put in a box or something. If you hold Y, it'll come back to you. But you gotta.
Oh, yeah, right.
What's
Oh,
going
this
on
is
with
a
these
portal situation.
Stop coming after me, Nick.
dogs? Okay.
Wait.
Oh,
Think, go through.
there.
Oh, you can throw it through. Steph!
Oh,
you
the
took
book
the
is bad.
Did
Was
you
it?
change the
Oh, it
direction?
teleported you.
No, I picked up something. See that thing that I picked up, and then,
Oh,
I was
bamboozled.
bamboozled,
Ah.
and then I just ran off the edge.
It probably
You're right.
like switched
What is
your
that?
controls.
So don't grab it. Don't grab it.
I'm caffeinated.
Oh no,
I'm
it
dead.
was okay. So it's a potentially good thing.
So now hold. You've got no boomerang, so now you've
miss
got to
Steph.
either.
No, but I don't have time to.
Oh, it's so
I
brutal
thought
when they
for a
come
second that
after
would
you
be a
like that.
double KO.
I feel like when the avocado dies, the seed can fall out.
It does.
It does.
It has.
More ice. More
shut
ice.
up.
I'm gonna grab this again in the hopes it'll. No, I got bamboozled again.
Oh, that was
the
the
ricochet
rebound.
off the wall, Coffee Pete.
Oh.
Everyone has to refer to themselves as
Coffee Pete.
So it's
Coffee
just a
Pete.
random. It could be good, could be bad thing.
I think so. Yeah.
yeah.
It's a random power.
Well,
up
I'm
now.
scarred for life.
good
I'm not
at
gonna
this.
do it again.
Yeah, it's not worth the risk.
Oh no! Oh no!
Extra boomerang.
That's pretty good. That you
I
maybe
got
did
it by accident.
Oh!
You're dual wielding? You're an angry...
Explosive boomerang.
No, I've got two.
Oh, there's the pit.
Brutal. I keep
Swing.
what's slash X?
I'm just pulling the triggers. I don't know what I'm doing.
Triggers.
Triggers. X is slash
Triggers,
Killer Bob
alright.
says this is more gruesome than Hitman.
Yeah, take that.
Shield?
Oh, I
You
just
have
went
a shield.
through the
Oh, my cup.
Okay,
I
I've
went
got it.
through
I've
the
worked it out
portal
now.
and it spits you out right in front of
Do you
where.
get catch-up shields because you suck so much?
It looked like that.
Oh, maybe.
Possibly. I don't know what that
Yeah,
is.
maybe.
That's good.
Oh, yes!
You do. You have extra lives.
Yeah.
Start with me up.
Yeah, I did blow you.
We're fighting each other without it.
It's time for you. Oh,
What was that explosion?
I don't
we
know,
were
but
just-
I died in it.
Nick, you're still alive.
Nick.
Nick, you're still alive.
God damn it! I must have teleported away.
Kill him, Gus.
Got him.
Yes.
Put you through it.
We're catching
back.
up.
We're
We're catching
coming
up.
Okay.
Come on, breakfast boys.
Okay.
Breakfast boys. We're an anytime food, Peter.
Oh my god. That was the
saw that.
lamest thing
I
you've
saw
ever said.
that. Oh, the rebound! Can we? Sorry, this is a. You can watch replays.
Yeah, it's
So
playing
watch-
right now.
Oh, save
You
replay.
just saved.
Oh, saved
Yeah, it's
replay.
happening.
That was
How do you
amazing.
watch it?
The bounce
Saving
off
two
the,
desktop.
the boomerang
Oh.
bounce off the wall from the red avocado. Look
Okay.
at that croissant.
Okay, we need to
level.
dash over
Breakfast
gaps.
foods. This is our level.
Oh no. Nick, where's your boomerang, mate?
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh.
Nice. We got to team up on it.
Yeah, you.
Come back! Come back!
You flanked
Come back!
Oh,
what the
Nice.
fuck was
Explosive
that?
Boomerang. Take it, mate. Take
cool.
it right in the
Yeah,
butt.
right.
Oh, well done.
Picked it up.
I like how many
a
rounds
random
there are
thing.
by default.
Oh,
Like,
goodness, we're floating apart.
oh no, no!
Double kill. Oh my god.
How did you
It
get
went,
me?
My boomerang
Replay,
hit
replay,
you,
replay,
went through-
replay.
Yeah, you threw it
Went
through the portal
that
and
through
hit
the
the
portal.
you out over there.
And then
was
came
gonna
out of the
go
portal.
That's
through the
unbelievable.
portal.
Save
That's
that to
amazing.
desktop.
That was an amazing play.
That was crazy.
Where am I? Yeah, okay, bottom left.
It is a little bit of a like find where you are.
Yes.
Yeah, at the beginning.
Oh, but you keep the
I think you keep the upgrades. You
Yes,
keep the
I've been
upgrades.
avoiding them, but yeah, you've always got two, Steph.
That's awesome.
Oh,
I don't know what's happening. I'm just
my
getting in there.
telekinesis.
Because my boomerang both explodes and I can teleport to it.
I'm so
Right,
confused about what's happening. Okay, again.
Whoa, Pete.
Kill him, Gus.
Come on, Pete.
Kill him, Gus.
Pete. Pete.
Activating the switch.
Environmental destruction.
Blew it across the bridge.
That was so good. Okay.
So Phoenix Alliance says upgrades remain across rounds up to 3 items.
Oh, Nicky, you
I'm gonna pick one up then. I'm bamboozled. Thanks.
Oh, you hit the smoke, you die? Get him, Steph, get him.
Oh, what is happening?
Hang on.
Oh,
Nice,
nice. Nick.
nice.
How do
Now,
I? Is
We're a
X? Is
stone
X
cold
to
man.
slash?
X is slash.
X is
yeah.
slash.
right.
So if you A
I'm
and
not
X.
slashing it.
I'm not
You
slashing
need
at
you
all
need
either.
the boomerang in your hand.
Oh, that's
That
my
was sick.
problem.
You can't.
So if you throw it and
Yeah,
then you go
okay.
to.
I'm trying
So
to.
what's this battle royale thing? Oh,
Steph, get in, get in, get in.
Oh god.
The map's getting smaller.
I don't know what you were gonna do there.
Well,
I guess
let's
it's
try.
battle royale. Like it's just you have
Yeah,
to
she
jump
had
across.
to jump across. I
It's
guess.
adorable.
Oh no, there
I
was
was
a
like,
teleport
save
station
me.
there. She could go.
Yeah, right. I need to come down the island.
Don't save that replay to desktop.
That was bad.
Someone says this has to compete with Fall Guys, but I feel like it complements at the same time. The thing about this is that that it's skill and strategy. So unlike Fall Guys, which relies a lot on luck.
That was pretty lucky.
It was blue.
Good work.
Was it?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Well, it was. See how it's
got
got
a-
that blue.
Oh, it's
line?
my ice boomerang.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's fine.
I have an ice boomerang.
Oh,
now.
so Bamboozle is the one power down.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I got bamboozled then. I think.
No, my beautiful donut body is in the water.
No, what's going on? Oh, you can. Okay, you can dart a few times over the water.
Oh, boomerangs can hit each other.
Yeah. Oh, the ice.
No! I was frozen in place.
I feel like it must be help. Like there must be some aim assist, like a little bit.
Yeah, 'cause I'm not.
It feels. It feels right. It
I'm
feels
gonna hide in the
skill
grass.
shot, but also like it's helping you out a bit.
Yeah.
Oh no, I lost my
But
boom.
where am I?
Oh, look at all the boom.
Yes. No. Wait.
How did he blow up?
How did I
Oh
survive
my
that?
god, my
Blew yourself up.
boomerang, I blew myself
Watch it
up
again.
with my own boomerang.
Yeah, they came back and then hit.
Oh,
I feel like I've been blown up by that as well.
We did well by not doing anything that round.
Oh, I killed Peter.
Yeah.
Okay, I did nothing. I can hit the gong.
Did you leave me alone with your?
Oh, I
you
fell
ran
off
off the
the
edge.
edge.
Oh, and I'm frozen.
Why is Nick
I'm
doing
I'm
anything?
scared.
He's frozen.
Sorry,
Get
I was
Get
thinking
Peter,
about
he's
something
frozen.
else.
Get Peter, he's frozen.
Ah! Oh, that was my. I don't have a.
I
He's
got
coming
blown
for you.
up by
He's
my own.
coming for you. He's got
Oh,
a
wait,
shield.
it's Pete!
He's coming for you and he's got a shield.
I don't have a boomerang.
Do it, Pete. Yes. Taunt him with the gong.
How do I get it? Bring it back.
Come here, come here.
Portal.
Come here.
Yes!
No!
I had a shield.
He had a shield.
I did it.
it.
Oh,
Win.
you would have had him for sure, though.
This is for the win. All right, come on, we got this. Hope Nick forgets where he is again.
I did.
Oh no, I'm bamboozled.
Ah!
God damn it.
What the?
Oh, my body.
Yes!
Oh, Nick, you blew yourself up again.
What the fuck is wrong with this?
This
game's dumb.
We can do it. We can do it.
Oh,
Do it,
this
we
is
can
like
do it.
this is 40 love in a tennis.
Oh, we just got Mario Karted hard.
I've got no boomerang.
I'm bamboozled again. Oh, I just charged.
God,
it!
coming
Stop
down
it!
to
Stop it!
I'm frozen.
Peter, I'm bamboozled.
Bamboozle this. No, he got me. He got me. Get him. Get him, Steph. Get him. No, come on.
No, I didn't have my boomerang! I didn't have my boomerang! I was trying to get it back.
Sit on your pip.
I sit on your pip.
Look at this.
Oh, what
Yeah.
Well done.
The bamboozle was actually an advantage because you were so arrested.
Yes.
Oh, we all get a little awards. You were most chilled.
Yeah.
Done.
Artful dodger.
Because you froze everyone.
I froze everyone, yeah.
Yeah.
That is so
Average
cool.
editor. What the hell?
That
Wildly
is a-
insecure or inaccurate.
That is a ton of fun.
That is great. And I love that just looking, oh yeah, I was just going to say, it quickly looks like, I want to just see what this is.
I love
you
all
can
the
fill it with
characters.
bots,
Oh, cool.
like that.
There's
and
a
then,
little sushi. There's a
Oh, there's
toast.
different and modifiers and stuff.
so this is just to show like, I thought it was only multiplayer. And then yeah, in this case, it is a hectic, messy, I'm already dead.
I don't know where I.
No,
Oh, you're playing base.
I just checked out what the bots do, but yeah, this is like a hold the flag kind of mode as well.
Oh, cool.
So between that and a team up,
Yeah, cool.
The
There's a
art
little-
and
there's a little
design
fun.
is just perfect.
It's
beautiful.
So
It's
perfect
It's
art,
like
and
it's
then,
Monument Valley meets Push Me Pull You.
And then what I do love at the end of every round, if this one finishes,
Triple
so he's
kill.
holding the golden boomerang, and then that's a win.
Yeah.
And then at the end of this, just they slap eyes on everything, so the trophy up the top. It's just put
Yeah.
little eyes on
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
That's fantastic. Well,
Yeah.
pop it back to there.
What's the name of the developer?
Cranky Watermelon.
Cranky Watermelon.
So it's
Right
out
at
on
the front there.
Steam, Switch, and Xbox.
Perfect Switch game.
So, I was speaking to the developer early in the week to get the code, and they knew us, and they were like, "Oh, that'd be so cool if you play it." So I thought, what would be nice? I could have gotten more codes from them, but I thought, let's support them. So we're going to give away 3 copies of this game that we will buy to help support Cranky Watermelon. And all you need to do is send me a DM. The competition is going to be, if you're a piece of fruit, what attack would you have? So if you can DM me on Twitter at NickBoy.
Oh, yeah.
Or tweet or whatever, like send it anyway on Twitter. If you're a piece of fruit, how would you attack me? Then I'll select the best answers at the end of the night, and we can give away 3 copies of the game.
that's
Sounds
Great
good for a
idea.
competition that I'm going to go out and win and say, you made up on the spot.
Literally on the fly.
Fantastic.
Can I tell you exactly when I thought of it?
When?
When I stopped playing and forgot to move. I was like, I wonder what the entry mechanic should be.
Nice. We'll remember to jump back in that at the end of the show, and we'll pick the winners there as well.
For sure.
Yay.
So, yes, and Whorehound says, can we DM on Insta? Yes, you can. Cool. All right, let's move on to another game. It is time for the Pocket Playoff Poem Competition presented by PlayStation Plus.
Oh, yeah.
So, you guys will remember that last week, PlayStation Plus were promoting their free multiplayer weekend that was coming up that's been and gone. Hopefully, you guys took full advantage of that. And obviously, PS Plus running every month, they give away at least two free games. This month's free games are Fall Guys and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered. I think remastered. But they also we were giving away some year's subscription to PlayStation Plus. All you had to do was write a poem about the best story or connection that you've had in an online game. So what is the best story that you've got about a connection or great story about meeting someone through gaming? And you sent them in. You sent in
Some doozies.
so many good entries. It was spectacular. I was cracking it the entire time. So it was super hard to pick some winners. I have contacted the winners already, and so if you guys could jump into the Discord on hold channel so that we can get you on to talk about your poem. While we're doing that, this person, Skivoric, wrote one already, but then I saw that they wrote another one that they put in the Discord, the Pocket Discord, which you can get access to by becoming a patron, patreon.com/backpocket. And Gus, would you mind reading this one out?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Because they wrote a poem for each of us.
Oh, no way. Yeah, so I think what the idea is, we're going to go through and read a couple of the entries, and then we're going to get the runners up to jump on and either read their own, or we might read it for them.
I contacted all of them. All of them wanted us to read.
Oh, they did?
Yeah,
Okay,
but
good.
we'll talk to them about the inspiration for their poem and that sort of thing.
Perfect.
And then the winner, I will play a game of 1v1 Rocket League again.
Excellent, which we've got that all set up, good to go. Right, so this is from Skivoric, and the poem is entitled Press X for Trent. Press X for Trent. Peter, can I have my close-up? Or the closest thing to a close-up?
JB.
Yep.
My close
Yeah,
up.
he's not a Pocketeer, so he can't get in on hold. So I'm going to have to go and help him move into that.
All
Okay,
right.
cool.
So I'll go and do that.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, I'll regale you all with some delightful poetry. Inspired by the poem Pompetition, I decided to write a limerick for each of the godlikes. There once was a lad named Nick. His hands are so damp and slick, but he's pretty funny, and he loves his money. I think he's actually pretty sick. Do I read the whole thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
There once was a lad named Pete. When on camera, he's pretty neat. But behind the scenes, man, the guy's a machine. What he does is an amazing feat.
It's true.
Very true. There once was a lass, Stephanie. Her breakfast each day, a discovery. Has no fear of gore, and headshots galore. Hot damn! Have you seen her photography? And finally, and the most important one, I think we can all agree, there once was a lad named Gus. So much to do, but no fuss. Got all the skills, and it give me the chills. And his logos are blissed. Bliss! Trust us. Fucked up the end there a little bit, but that is wonderful. Thank you so much, Skivoric. They are fantastic limericks.
They are.
And I've seen not many limericks in my time.
But they weren't good enough.
Well, I mean, that was sent in as a supplementary.
Your other one wasn't good enough. No, your other one was actually very funny. But the first person that we want to talk to is Astaria, our first runner-up. So let's get Astaria on the line and have a chat with them about.
Does that have a title?
No, that's their name.
No, the
Daria, are
poem.
you there? Oh, you're muted.
Oh, this old chestnut. Did the poem have a title?
No.
Oh, okay. Untitled.
Untitled.
I love it.
Yeah. You will be able to title this poem once you do hear it. Astaria, are you there?
She's in on-air caller, but muted.
Astaria, just unmute.
Unmute yourself.
Just unmute. Just
There's
hit unmute.
probably the
We know
Twitch
you don't want to
delay.
read your poem, but that's not
There's
going
the
to help.
Twitch delay, so it's like.
If you want.
Can you hear me now?
Hey! Hello, how are you?
Awesome. Hello, sorry, my pixel is being really annoying and keeps going on black, so I couldn't unmute.
No,
Should've
Yeah,
got an Apple
mate.
phone, mate.
But Discord on phones is awful.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's just
never great.
awful. Anyway.
well, we got you here.
So congratulations on being our first runner-up.
Awesome, thank you.
I loved your poem. Are you sure you don't want to read it yourself?
Please.
I don't actually have a copy of it.
Oh, that's right. You told me that. You hit send and then you were like, shit, I don't have a copy.
Always do your work in Notepad and then
so
copy
good.
out.
So I will read your poem and then we can talk about it. I do think that out of all of them, this was the one with the most art to it, I think. So.
Oh, some whimsy.
I'm intrigued.
I journey through a barren land, a desert scape, a sea of sand, a symphony of silence all around, through a cacophony of sound. No other soul do I meet. Forward my cloaked figure wade, behind me each footprint fade, through derelict ruins and forbidding walls, through golden rivers and majestic halls. No other soul do I meet. And so I forge onward alone, through a dungeon, a dark unknown. Surprise attack, enemies appear. Shelter in shadows, I quake in fear. No other soul do I meet. Into a temple, I stumble up a stair. I climbed and turn a corner, and there, another figure just like me. We rejoice, we dance, filled with glee. Though fleeting was our tryst, emboldened I forged on through the mist. Another soul I finally meet, and so my journey is complete.
Nick, I was transported to a tavern, and you were by the fire in a cloak with a tankard of ale.
I know.
And we were all sitting around you, being like, "Who is that mysterious guy?"
And how did he get into our studio?
And so it's about Mario Kart.
So Istaria, that is beautiful. You're obviously talking about Journey.
Yeah, that was really lovely reading, actually. Thanks for that.
Oh, no worries.
Had you forgotten your poem?
Yeah. Was it like hearing it for the first
a
time
little bit.
since you didn't remember it?
So yeah, it's the game Journey. Basically, so the only gaming content that I actually consume is just good game, and I would just hear you guys mention this game called Journey every so often, and I would hear like, oh, it's an experience, or it's got beautiful visuals or whatever, and all I hear in my ears is, it doesn't require a lot of skill and like precision to play, so it's probably good for a beginner like me. So eventually I got my gamer husband to get it, and we sat down and played it. And this was quite a few years afterwards. And so I got through the whole game. I actually found it a bit difficult. I actually had to do online walkthroughs and stuff, and like finally got to the temple and met this other character, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cute. They like get you to meet somebody else in the temple. Got to the end, saw their little logo thing, and I went, oh, that's cute. Went back and decided to rewatch the Good Game review, and I realized you were supposed to have met all these other characters the whole way through, and it actually kind of made me really bittersweetly remember that I actually didn't have the full experience of Journey. So that's kind of that experience kind of poemified.
Were you not playing online at the time? Or was it just because not enough people were playing it?
Yeah, I think it's that.
I think it was, we were playing it like really late at night, and there probably wasn't enough people online. Maybe it was
and like you were playing years after it
Eve
came
or something,
out.
so that's why. So I think we're just really unlucky that we didn't get to have that full experience. So
at least
when I think back now, it's like what could have been. So it's not
right.
like
Still
full
wonderful
experience.
that you still got some of that as
Right at the
opposed to
end.
none of it, because then that just gave you that idea that there's something else going on behind the scenes there, which is what I think everyone experiences that game to some level.
And also, if you hadn't been completely abandoned by everyone, you never would have got a year's supply of PS Plus, so now you can play multiplayer all the time.
There you go.
Yay!
Yes. That was
can you-
excellent. Thank you.
Can you write a poem about my Journey experience, which was in the final bit when I had to leave the other player? We just both drew in the sand until they drew a giant penis and then left. And that was my Journey experience. It was far less poetic than yours, unfortunately.
Okay, I see what you mean. There could be some other alternative experience.
But didn't you? That's so like true to you that you just saw the poetry in the between the lines of Gus telling a story about a sand phallus, and you were like, "Oh yes, the stories that went untold."
Well, congratulations, and thanks so much for entering. Your poem is amazing. And also, Girl Poke in the chat says, you sound like my TAFE teacher. Are you their TAFE teacher?
I don't think so.
All right.
Because you're not sure if you teach tape?
No, I've never been inside a TAFE, but okay.
Thanks so much for calling in.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Congrats.
So, amazing. So, we've also set a very unrealistic bar when it comes to the construction of poems, because we've got a second runner-up. In the meantime, I will say my favorite one that didn't get a runner-up: Roses are red, violets are twisty, my RuneScape girlfriend removed me from her friends listy. So that one came in from Pat.
Sorry, Pat.
Oh, Pat.
It happens, man. People move on.
Yeah.
But to another person who made a connection online through a video game. This one is from BNE Andy, or Andy in the Discord. If we get Andy in, Andy is our second runner-up with the first poem that came in where I went, oh yeah, this competition works. So Andy, are you there?
Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
I am lovely. How is everyone?
We
Doing
are
all right.
Great.
We're filled with poetry at the moment.
I think mine is just as artsy as everyone else. I just wanted to say that because I typed it out. It took me 45 seconds. I'm a genius, and that's how art happens. And I don't remember any of it.
Did you say
your
that?
statement has been made.
You,
True
like so many other people, were like, I don't remember my poem. I didn't write it down anywhere else. This is Andy's poem. In Overwatch, we met on a winter's day, with joy and glee and both so gay. In Sydney's north he did reside, but Brisbane is where I parked my ride. In Widow Headshot we spent our time. My God, the difficulty continuing this rhyme. One morn we decided he'd move to my city. I flew down, we drove up, all while being pretty. My mum wished us to date. Alas, he's just a mate. And now we want to adopt a kitty.
Hey! Oh, that's wonderful.
Yay!
So first up, did you get the cat?
No, because we currently live in a style of house called Queenslander that doesn't have like security screens, and the cat would escape and do all sorts of things to the natural wildlife.
Yep.
So no.
I know what
No
a
cat.
Queenslander is. That's with the big like kind of veranda all the way around it, right?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
At least you live in style.
And so how did you make friends with this mate? Like you obviously started playing Overwatch, and how did it develop?
So I started playing Overwatch on PS4, and then somewhere along the way I converted to PC, and then fully committed to PC, and then stopped playing with all my console friends, much to their sadness. Anyway, I ended up joining like an amateur Overwatch tournament called AAOL.
Oh, cool.
And I was on a team, and he was on a different team, but we had the same manager, and then I used to fill in for his team sometimes, and then we met, and then we were both really gay, and we were like, oh my god, we should be friends, and then we were, and then we spent lots of time together in this game, and then, I don't know, one time I went down to Sydney, and we had a great crazy party weekend, that was amazing, and then at some point we just decided that he wanted to move away from Sydney, and so I was like, you should come and live with me, and then it happened. And now we're here, and he's lived here for about a year and a half.
Fantastic.
That's awesome.
Best.
That is great.
And my mum is very disappointed that we're not dating.
Do you do like LAN scrimming of Overwatch still?
I don't. He does. So like he's still very much into it. I'm busy with uni and stuff, so like life got in the way. But like I can still hear him yelling in scrims. It's very exciting.
And at what point in the relationship were you confident enough that he wasn't a serial killer to ask him to live with you?
I'd have to say that I'm really not quite sure of that fact as of now.
Still don't know.
Still working that out.
You know, we have our moments, and it's quite scary. But, you know, we do all right.
Well, there you go. A cry from help from Andy. So congratulations, Andy, for being our second runner-up. You also get a year's supply of PS Plus, so thank you so much for your poem and your story.
Well, thank you very much, friends.
Hey.
Awesome, man.
Thanks, Andy.
Talk to you later.
Best luck with the
Bye-bye.
cat when you get it.
Yeah, send us a pic of that cat when you get it. So then the third runner-up, much shorter poem, haiku style. Ooh. This one coming in from Darcy Ford. If we can get Darcy up. And this one...
Remind me quickly, haiku, it's like 3, 2, 4, 2 or something syllables?
It's 5, 7, 5.
So
I think.
way off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My haiku,
You're right, there were
3, 4,
syllables.
2.
There are syllables.
I was trying to. There's different syllables. And
Yeah,
that's-
yeah,
That's
that's
where
the
I
one.
landed
Yeah.
there.
Darcy, you there?
Yeah.
Hey.
How are you, buddy?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Holy fuck, how did I make it? Like, the first one was really poetic and
Yay!
really well worth it.
Well, the reason that you made it, although hearing Andy's story, I totally would have cut you because Andy's story follows a similar trajectory. No, the reason that you made it is because A, the haiku was lovely. B, it made me laugh, and C, it told a story about really connecting with someone, and you did it in 3 lines, and I think it's beautiful. And 4, I am regularly employed by Riot Games, and this is about League of Legends, and I just felt like, you know, let's make the bosses happy. Okay, so this one coming in from Darcy Ford. I was learning League, you were Challenger, senpai. Now housemates, still bronze.
Well
Which
done.
is fantastic. Like, there's a whole world of story in those 3 or 4 lines if you listen.
Few too many
Wow,
syllables
you
for
feel
me.
like the best English teacher ever. Thank you.
My only question, Darcy, is why not Dota?
I'll show myself
Because
out.
turning speed is ridiculous. No. I don't know.
Did you know this person before? Because, like, you're bronze, they're challenger. You guys aren't meeting up in a game.
Yeah, for sure. So it was mutual friends. So I had some friends that like played a bit of League and like WoW with this dude. And then when we're all learning League, he's like, "Oh, I got a friend," and he was just a challenger dude, just like on a Smurf account with a bunch of bronze guys. Sorry to everyone else in those games.
And are you working out as housemates, or is there a lot of tension?
Oh no. Yeah, we've been housemates for like 5 years now. We went to the Rift Rivals 2018 where
cool.
Nick was hosting, which was good. So yeah, we still like watching League and still play League occasionally.
Nice.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you very much for your poem. Loved it. It's just fantastic. So you get yourself a year's supply of PS Plus as well.
Oof. Yeah, thank you so much.
Beautiful.
Awesome, man.
Thanks, dude.
Thanks for the
Have a
entry,
good
mate.
one.
All right.
Oh, he was speaking as like.
That's our first cutoff. Just done well.
So those are all the
Wonderful entries.
the runners up.
Yep.
The chaff. Let's get to the business. Though I don't want to hype it up too much because I'm realizing now when I read them out loud, that first one. So this one is from JB.
Hey, congratulations, JB.
Do you want JB in while we read?
Yeah, let's bring JB in.
I'll bring JB in.
Do we have a microphone? Like a handheld mic?
What, you want to roam all of a sudden?
Not set up.
No, it doesn't need to be set up.
He wants it as a prop.
Thank you, Steph. Steph's is on.
my
Oh,
goodness.
are you going to do like a kind of a rap thing?
Get
Like a hip hop thing? You're going to get
ready.
funky?
You get
I mean,
ready.
you're holding
get
a mic.
funky.
No,
I'm
but if
so
I drop
excited.
this, chat will freak out. I dumped my microphone in the M&Ms and they went ballistic.
Can you do a beatbox thing? You seem like
No.
Okay, can you pass me that remote control?
I was like, here, chill. Let me get you a $500 microphone.
Is JB there?
I'm here. I was really confused by the Twitch delay while you were talking about beatboxing.
Yeah, right.
Can you beatbox? You seem like the kind of person that could beatbox.
I've never done
you
it,
seem
and
like
I
you're wearing
reckon
the hat
I'd be
thing,
great at it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Give it a shot.
Beatbox,
Okay, well, hang on. First of all,
Gus.
JB, congratulations.
So JB is our winner. Congrats.
Thank you very much.
All
You
good.
can feel how
Are
excited.
you okay if I beatboxed over your poem?
Under.
Under your
You
poem?
should absolutely beatbox.
It's probably going to go over, let's be honest.
Thank you
Gus
very
always
much.
has to be at the front.
Okay, we ready?
I guess.
So, this is JB's poem.
Too loud.
We good?
Goose.
You got to tell me to drop the
Goose,
beat.
drop that beat.
Drop that beat, Goose.
Oh yeah, further away. Yeah, it's good bass.
This is my poem, my flowery prose, about the time I was gifted an in-game red rose. It was 2005, I was 12, I recall. Probably too young to be online at all. My first Valentine, but how to respond? I would give a gift to go above and beyond. Roses cost 3 credits, bouquets were 9, but the only way to get them was to use real cash offline. I went to a Blockbuster, there was one down the street. They demanded my credits printed on a receipt. At first they were puzzled, so I explained how to e-pay the things you learn being 12 and on eBay. That'll be $15, said the Blockbuster clerk, totally oblivious they would soon be out of work. Then the next thing I know, I was rich in the game. Screw the red roses, I was making it rain. Forget Valentine's, I had microtransactions. It'd be another 100 until I regretted my actions. My first Valentine who gifted me that rose, I never heard from again. They were jealous, I suppose. I should have saved that money, credits weren't worth the fuss. Now I'm 27 and broke, begging for PlayStation Plus.
What? It's 2020. Oh, yeah.
The beatboxing really helped.
There's so much spit.
Yeah.
There's so much spit.
Yeah, but it was worth it. It was worth
Don't
it.
clip
That
that.
was so good. I did not picture this as a rap.
It was it was supposed to be like a Celine Dion song.
We urbanified it.
I totally thought he was like in the style of a rap, and you were like, "Oh, this is what I'm gonna do." And we just totally
It's like,
took it.
it wasn't a rap.
Destroyed it.
Did I wreck your poem?
It always should have been a rap. It
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I love it.
So I just loved it. Like the whole story's fantastic. the emotional roller coaster of thinking you're finding love and then not obviously spending your parents' money, and then at the end just the straight up no, this is just about winning. So yeah, what game were you playing?
Oh man, that's embarrassing. It's this game called Habbo Hotel that I played a lot when I was
Oh my
younger.
gosh. I have just been. I just became made aware of that game because somebody tagged me on Twitter to try and like get some free stuff. Was it you?
No, it wasn't me.
We just rapped for a Habbo Hotel.
It's like for anyone who doesn't know Habbo Hotel, it's like a weird like pixelated,
weird. Say it's weird.
pixelated
Weird.
sim game.
People made it weird.
It's like Club Penguin.
It's
and
like
Yes.
Club Penguin.
Yeah.
People
It was
like
like
JB made it weird.
It was MSN with a little avatar that you could walk around
Yeah.
and go into like private chat rooms. It was like you
It's like
enter someone's apartment.
isometric
Yeah,
Lego
that's-
dress up little.
That's what got me into Habbo. I needed a place to go when MSN chat rooms closed.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so
It
what?
got- it
So
got
what do you
weird,
do
though.
there? How do you spend your time in Habbo?
Pretty much it's just all about the in-game economy. So it's got all the problems that every game with trading has, like gambling, trading,
Yeah.
scammers. But that makes it fun too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My experience with it as a middle teenager was like, it was like there were definitely a lot of people on there posing as women who
Tread
had
very
couches,
carefully
who had
during this
couches,
segment.
who had couches to share, and they were just like they just wanted your sweet wall art.
So
No
congratulations,
answer, so
Jay.
he was definitely one of those people.
Yeah.
So the person
I was right into it. I was making fan sites, all kinds of stuff.
That's
Yeah,
so
man.
cool.
Yeah, nice.
The person who gifted you the rose, was this just like a random Valentine's drive-by, or had you been talking back and forth with them?
No, I was like a friend in the game. It was the first thing that I got gifted as like an item in the game, and that made me want more. So it set me on a bad path.
Nice. Well, you have won yourself the PlayStation Plus that you've been begging for. You get a year's worth of PS Plus. You also get the first pockety mug that will ever be produced, which we have not yet
to
produced, but we will produce in
Oh, it will be produced and it will be going straight to your hot hands.
And you get to play me right now in a game of Rocket League. Now, I did reach out to you last night to say, you won.
Can I rap on your poem?
I never asked permission to rap. I just assumed, and I realize now that was a big mistake. You have played Rocket League, but you are not proficient, correct?
I played a couple of hours back in like 2015.
Good.
So pretty ready.
So I have played about the same amount. I played one game today to remind myself of the controls, as I assume you did as well. And we will now jump into our game of Rocket League. Now, a reminder, if you win, you get this controller, if you want it.
It will be damp by the end of
It'll be
this.
very
I
wet.
want it. I want the controller.
And if you win, I will also throw this controller. So it will be damp and injured. If I win, I get to write a poem about you and how bad you are at video games, and I'll perform it at the time and place of my choosing.
Let's do it.
Like, do you
He's
agree
not.
with my terms?
He was weighing
I remember specifically in the Discord you said the Opera House. I'm expecting big things.
I
from
did,
that
actually.
poem.
That's true.
Well, looks like we've got you in the game there, JB. I'm going to say XRM. Have we got you picked, jumped on the orange team?
Or are you
I've
both
got
on blue?
me. Yeah, I'm in orange. And
Here we go.
There we
big
go.
latency
The game is
variation
afoot.
tonight. Oh, we're playing.
We are playing.
Is that supposed to happen?
Oh, Nick, that was...
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, you
lame.
missed!
No, come on.
That was a deserved miss.
Why? Because I'm good.
No, because it was a sneaky start when he didn't know it was ready.
It was a sneaky start.
There was a countdown and everything, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, look.
Pride is on the line here. Okay,
goes.
good.
What kind of poem are you going to write, Nick? Is it going to be a traditional poem, a limerick, a haiku?
You know what I think I should do? I should be allowed to write a poem that he then has to rap.
Hang on. Own goal.
No!
I don't know.
Oh, there it is. Just at the point
Well,
of your own.
hey,
Okay,
hey,
put the, yep,
putting the
yep.
laptop down.
All right.
Things getting serious.
Game on. Game on.
He's off camera.
This is bullshit.
He's in his crouched pose.
His crouched pose.
Okay, I haven't. I mean, the reason that we picked Rocket League as the game that we would all play. Why can't I just get a friggin' ball in a hole? How difficult?
I know. I spend most of my time on the ceiling in this game.
That's a talent to get up there as well.
Yeah, it's not intentional.
1v1 is pretty chaotic in a fun way in this. Like, I mean, he's just going to dribble. JB's going to... Yeah! Nick thought he was going to walk it in. He's going higher.
How you... It's not
How
gonna,
you... What?
It's not going to help you.
Okay, so...
JB's just going to come out quietly and say he's like a seasoned pro.
We're definitely actually facing off against Icy Mind Racer doing a voice.
I said that just as he drove into his own goals.
Nick.
But he's going to walk it through now.
He was just getting position.
Not bad.
There we go. So the reason that we picked Rocket League is because Rocket League is like one of the OG Pocketeer games as well. Like this was one of those games where you go, everyone who watched Pocket was playing this. We had some amazing...
Yes, nice.
We had some amazing players like Icy Mind Racer and stuff who were just incredible. John, our editor,
John was
phenomenal at the game.
Still is. He still plays.
Well, he's so good at driving cars. I'm not surprised.
That shouldn't translate to this, though.
I think
flying
it translates
cars.
to anything with wheels.
Sage words.
JB, did you play a lot of this when you played it 5 years ago, or was it just a sort of like quick test the game out kind of thing?
My Steam time said 8 hours, so not a lot.
All right.
I played a lot of it today.
Nice.
So, last minute training. Wait.
What are you doing?
No, Nick.
I'm just trying to turn it around, boys. I'm just trying to turn it around.
Do you play, JB, do you play focused on the ball or looking straight ahead?
I think just the ball cam always on.
Yeah,
Is that
good.
correct?
Because we're watching Nick right now without that, and it's making me feel sick.
Oh, I thought I was on ball cam.
Oh, it's going to go across. Well defended. Well defended.
Well done, yeah.
Oh, I forgot you could do that.
Wow.
Capitalize on
It's
it
been-
all. If anything, this has hurt my chances.
It's been so long since I played this.
Good feint. Good feint.
He was in the wings waiting.
Tussle.
Yeah.
It's a
He was
tussle.
just sitting there ready for you to make a mistake. Why am I on Team JB so heavily?
Yeah, this is awful.
I know, but
We lose a controller, Gus.
that's true, actually. We have to buy another controller. PlayStation, if you're watching. Oh, it's going in, it's going in, it's... Oh! It's two apiece.
Oh gosh, this is very tense.
I do remember, like, how often it's a draw in this game, or how often it would be down to the final goal.
And you get the golden goal.
And that's just good game design.
This could just go for the next, 12 hours, so buckle up, everyone.
Isn't there a time limit?
Yeah, but the countdown, it's a 5-minute game, and it's already been
Straight ahead. Oh, it's a gridlock.
2.5 minutes
I
of clock
see.
because
It's like
goals scored and
it's-
stuff.
Yep.
The clock stops.
It just turns into that really boring one where they both keep walking it up and down.
Oh yeah.
No, it's going to be an exciting finish. I can feel it in my waters.
Yeah. Come on.
What are your waters?
Look, I'm going to say an expression.
Yeah.
'cause I don't want to
but
extend it
in
any further.
old timey words, they didn't quite know how biology happened, so they would just be like,
Nick, no. Oh, clever. Lucky. One or the other.
No. Can I tell you, the one time, that was the one thing in this...
You've done on
entire
purpose?
match that I did on purpose.
Oh, you're going to get ahead here.
Also,
yes, nice.
JB, this is where you can wholeheartedly hand the controller to the housemate who's better at this, and we wouldn't know.
Do it Game of Thrones style. Electric
Yeah,
champion.
exactly.
yeah. Have what was his name? Oberyn Martell stand in.
Ready to go.
If it wasn't for lockdown, I would have invited someone better over.
Well, good that you're adhering to the lockdown rules.
Oh.
Now go rogue. It's worth it for a controller.
What are you doing?
Oh, what a shot!
Question.
Wow.
What it looks like I'm trying to fucking win.
He's suddenly become attached to that controller.
Icy Mind Racer is saying, "Don't let Nick win."
I see you.
Who are all these people rooting against me? I thought you were fans.
Oh, it's gonna go straight in!
Woo! This is so exciting.
JB, skip the
JB.
replay.
No,
You
Oh,
only
look at
skip
that.
your
That was-
replays when it's not your goal.
Yeah, totally. That was
It's a close game.
It's anybody's game
it's
of
a
remote
high
control
Gary
future
Owens.
soccer.
My dad used to say that. I don't know who Gary Owens is, but I assume he played rugby because Dad didn't watch anything else.
JB's got it. He's got
Crack
control.
Cricket. Could it be a cricket thing?
It could be, but it's a foot. That's a
Oh, Nick with the perfect cross in his own goal. JB forgetting
A
the.
sports player.
potentially.
Yeah, could be. Got a floater. Got a floater.
Look at the concentration. He's eating his.
I'm
tiny
focused
lips.
now.
1 minute
got tiny
remaining.
lips.
Oh, is that shot going to fall in?
Now they're gone.
Yeah, I make that face.
Get
too.
that boost. Get that boost. Miss the ball. Drive up the wall.
Oh,
Here's the cross.
oh.
JB's going to try and walk it. He breaks. Nick's all over it. JB's got all the time in the world, but he's going to faff that as
the
well.
wrong way.
Nick takes it for a run down the middle of center field. He's got it all. JB is out of nowhere. JB's walking it back to the goal. This could be it. Come back. Can he get it in? That's it.
Oh
It's 3-5.
my gosh, that's amazing. Don't Blake, can you give me the team as a prize, Nick?
Don't send message.
Send chat. JB, you can't see what's happening in the studio because you're concentrating on playing. But
Noise is not.
Yeah,
you're in his head. It's safe to say you're in his
Nick
head.
is rolling all over the floor at this point.
He's lost it now.
Scotty was not impressed by that behaviour.
She was very worried.
He saw his own goal for a second and thought what to do, and JB walks in front of it. He's gonna
Oh, that is.
It's all over. It's all
He's
over.
really
There's
trying
no
as
chance, no
well.
chance. You got 15 seconds
That's the
to score.
saddest thing, isn't it? It's
Score.
hard not trying. He's losing so hard.
Look
The
at his
chat is
face.
calling out.
Look at his face.
It's all over, folks, says Jex. What a game, Violet.
Wrecked.
Wrecked.
JB's done it again.
JB has done it. Oh! I was actually in.
That's so funny.
JB, and he made the goal.
Wow.
So funny.
Even I think that's mean. 7 seconds on the clock, folks.
That's a good
Nick
hit.
puts a punt in.
Oh, nice.
There's still time. There's
Consolation.
still time.
I mean, he needs to make
Scotty's like,
3
you
goals
need to
in 5
settle.
three
Yeah,
goals
five,
in
yeah,
5
5
seconds.
seconds.
Come here.
Okay, Poochie.
This could be the.
Up, up, up.
There's that boost. 5 seconds. The 5 isn't ticking down. It's another punt. And 1 to
ball
go. That's the game.
Lovely.
Look at this dog's worried face.
That's my chair.
Look at her worried face. She's like, what are you doing?
There's a lot of breakable
My
things
baby
in here.
girl. My baby girl.
So he didn't win.
JB, you still there?
Protect her from
He
the
didn't
rage.
win. Nick's a bit
So
sad.
congrats to JB for winning.
Are you still there, JB? Have we still got you?
A really good effort.
You're
I think he left.
okay.
I think
You're
JB just.
okay.
He,
No,
It's
I'm
gonna
here.
be fine.
He's there.
You scared him.
He's like, did I win?
So, I guess on the bright side, I don't need to write a poem.
That's
True.
true.
So that's exciting.
True.
JB, congratulations. A fantastic win. Absolutely demolished there. I thought I was in with a chance, and then you just 3 goals in
I know. I
7
thought it was going to
seconds.
be a really lame game. I thought you were just going to wipe the floor with him, but then you did like.
He had that moment where he's like, I've got it now. You could just see, back in control.
It was as
Exactly
soon as
what
I
he's
said
doing.
break COVID rules. So I feel like it actually happened. JB, thank you so much for entering the competition. That was awesome. You are awesome. So thank you so much for winning and being a part of it. And
Having
hope
such
you enjoy
great-
your prizes.
Thanks so much for having me, guys. That was really fun.
Awesome, dude. Have a good one.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks heaps.
Cheers, man.
How you feeling?
Out of breath.
I like that when this
was
got set up,
hectic.
it was the poem, it was the PlayStation poem Pompetition. It was this light-hearted, lovely bit of art and whimsy, and then we've still managed to inject the fury of rage quitting and Nick sweating up a storm playing a bit of competitive video games.
Passion. It's just passion. That's
It was
all it is.
passion.
It's just passion.
They put their passion in words, you put it into whatever that was.
Whatever that was. That was the PlayStation Poem Pompetition presented by PlayStation Plus. I don't think that's actually the name. It was the playoff poem, back pocket
Do we
playoff
wanna see-
poem
Let's have a look. Let's say that was
presented
the...
by PlayStation Plus.
There it is.
So massive thank you to PlayStation for making that possible. Congratulations to all our winners, and thank you very much to everyone who submitted your poems. They were phenomenal.
Indeed.
They created a bunch of art for us. It's time for us to create some art for them. Angus, do you have your art fingers ready?
I've got my art fingers. They've been well and truly oiled up since the start of the stream. I shouldn't say that. So I'll
I
jump
don't know
off
what that
mic.
means. What does that mean?
Oiled up fingers.
Oh, he's going to get his weird glove out.
Yeah, he will. All right, let me.
It's time for his weird glove.
Really thought I had that one.
I did too. I really did too, and I think you played actually really well.
So did I for
It's
the
just
first
that we
half.
weren't expecting your challenger to be so proficient in a game that he hasn't played for years.
I need to do that.
I just feel like,
Did you plug in?
like if I went over to someone's house, they invited me over for dinner or something, I wouldn't humiliate the host. So it just seems weird that you would come on like my show
Yeah.
and just make a complete fool of me.
Yeah.
But the reality of the situation is that it's our show, and I thought it was very funny.
Right, so it outweighs because 3 people in this enjoyed watching me get demolished. Yeah, right.
Only
yeah.
25% of the show was disappointed to see
that makes
that
sense.
result.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, JB. We are ready to do some art now. Angus gave me
We're
the
not
oily
quite ready
finger.
to do that. The oily fingers are up. Just hold a
Are
second.
we sure we plug that in?
Yeah, you're plugged in.
I don't seem to be getting
I've got no
Something will come on.
my
What's the chat doing?
display. So one moment, guys.
Pete is all of us. There you go. That makes sense. Scotty is the goodest girl.
She's the best.
She's pretty
I
good.
was very worried when you were screaming. She was like, "What's going on? We're all gonna die."
Yeah, sorry, Poochie, that was just passion. That wasn't rage gaming, that was just passion.
She gets it.
You
She
watch
gets it.
sport?
Oh, look at those little licks. She forgives you.
You remember I'm your favourite beside your mum and dad. So really, you like me more than Gus. That's really what it was.
Now, this is how Messi felt after losing in Anfield. That's exactly right. While they're fixing this, Pete, should I announce?
What are you announcing? How exciting.
Oh, well, I don't want to announce it if we can't make a logo.
We're definitely going to work something out.
We'll work something out. So, obviously, we were talking about at the top of the show the fact that it is the 5-year anniversary of the Pocketeers Facebook page. And,
Speaking of the devil.
there is Disturbed 778. Sorry, I was looking for this. Here we go. That is her logo there. So it has been 5 years since the creation of the Pocketeers Facebook page, and phenomenal group of fans and community members, like the best community, which, like we said before, is the reason that we brought it back. And a lot of people agree with us that the community is amazing, and a lot of the reason the community is amazing is because of Kiara. So Kiara is the mum of the Pocketeers, the back Pocketeers, all of you really. Even if you don't know, Kiara is actually your internet mum. And so a bunch of people who have been her internet kids for a while, Pocketeers from way back, thought that they wanted to give her something back. So they contacted us and said, well, can we get a logo drawn for Kiara on stream? And we said, yes, absolutely we can. So we're going to be starting off with Kiara's custom logo that will take pride of place in our television. Obviously, she can use for whatever she wants as well as a prize. But then, Pete, they also, the second half of what they did?
Yeah. I would have been more prepared if I'd...
I've got their names if you want.
Yeah, do you want to read out the names? Yeah, because
and
a
then
bunch
you could
of...
because you know more about what this part is than I do.
I don't know. No, I don't think so. I know what I sent you.
Okay, what it's for?
What's for?
What they sent is for?
They're talking in code.
Yeah, you know that?
Yeah,
you say that because I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Okay, cool.
So a bunch of the people who organized this as well. So we've got Scorpio, Syntax, Pondo, Selby, Nocturne, Freaky, and the Perth Cateers, Angel Roxy, Jolly Bones, Ethan, Surprise, Peter Chew, Rith, Defile Gravity, Kitty Kaz, Travesty James, and Ambrosine Yossi all got together and...
Yeah, so they pulled a bunch of money to get Kiara a gift, and that gift is going to turn into the first round of Pocketeer merch. Second mug, because the first mug is going to JB, but second mug will go to Kiara, and a bunch of the first round of Pocketeer merch, which we want to get up and running sooner rather than later, but we're just working out the best platforms to do all that on.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
Somebody mentioned a
gift
keep
package.
cup in the chat. They would love to buy a Pocketeer's keep cup.
Oh,
yeah.
Be responsible.
What if we lined a like denim pocket with something waterproof?
Yeah.
So you could just hand a pocket to the cafe and they can just straight into the pocket.
Straight.
zipper over the top,
Yep.
so you can take
Oh my
it with
God,
you.
and that's how it keeps it warm.
Yeah,
So
it's like a little satchel.
the
or bladder.
only fault with this is do
And there's only
Redbubble make that as a standard that you can just put your logo on. Gus is giving me a thumbs up.
Gus
I'm
has a
guessing
giant
yes.
thumb in the air.
Thank you very much. Sorry, everyone as well who just heard me clear my throat.
You're live, Gus.
Cool.
No,
You're
no,
good.
Continue. I'm just making sure you guys
So,
continue.
Kiara, this logo is for you from all of the Pocketeers who chipped in, and then we'll be sending you the first round of merch and the second cup when we get all that up and running as well. So, do you want to jump on the call as well, Kiara? Because we would love to have you.
We'd love to chat
would be wonderful.
with you
Everyone
if
else
you're
has.
shy.
If you jump into on hold, I'll pull you up.
But it's been 5 years. We've known you for a long time, and if you don't do it, I'll judge you. And I won't. I'll just keep the money that they send for the merch. So you have to do it.
There we go. Hello. Move it. No, not yet. And there we go. Kiara, are you there? Oh, hang on. That's my fault. You there, Kiara?
Hello?
Hey! How are you?
Good? Really good?
Yeah.
It's good to hear your voice.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, happy anniversary. We kind of got you guys something too as well later.
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
yeah, we'll do that.
Not a physical thing, but
I'll-
yeah, something.
We'll do that in the post show.
So,
Okay.
well, thank you very much. Kiara, we've met a bunch of times. You are the best sort of unofficial community manager, shepherd of the flock. You're just a beautiful human being, and I think it's a testament to the fact that so many people that our shows have brought together stayed together because of you. They sort of came because they liked the show, but they stayed because they liked the community, and the community is a real reflection of the amazing work that you and the other sort of core Pocketeers do. So
Yeah.
we're just...
Definitely not just me.
No, it's just you. You're the only one on the call, so who's going to prove you wrong? But yeah, you're pretty amazing, and we're really just thankful to have you in our lives. So thank you for doing this for 5 years, and hopefully you'll do it for 5 more. But don't feel obligated.
I'm happy to help.
Okay, so what would you like your logo to be?
Well, remember, and I don't know if you had any inkling that all these people were probing you for information. Did you have any inkling of what it was about?
No.
Because people have fished some information that's all been pulled, and we have it.
How?
So we've got interests. You love your cat Loki.
Yeah.
Is that a fact?
Yes.
It better be.
You love Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, it's my favorite game.
And apparently your favorite film, and it is a film, is The Birth of Baby Sam.
That's news to me, but I'm sure it's up there.
Oh my god.
the baby Sam.
Oh, that is a blast.
that's good.
The face that he makes when he's coming out is like burned
So
into my
sneaky.
brain because it's just so kind of serene, you know, when he's coming. It's like,
Gus, you'll like this. Some loves.
Yep.
Aladdin
Oh, good.
and The Lion King.
Both
And you went
the
to see
animated
the
versions.
theatre adaptation
I'm
of
into
both.
musicals and I saw them both. And I was
Yes.
I'm okay with
Me
So
too,
we want a
me
we want a
too.
person in a furry outfit. Is that what we're talking about?
Can we have oh, okay. Can we have the Aladdin lamp, but coming out of the nozzle is bald baby Sam's head?
I mean,
Screaming.
that can be an offset to the logo as well. I think
Good.
the feature needs to be something a little more appealing.
There's still some more. There's still just 4 more tidbits of information to come. And I think Nick will be particularly excited about the last one. So you love Green Day.
me too.
Favorite band.
We have so much in common.
You love Tim Minchin.
Me too.
Yes.
You love Dota. Me too.
Yep.
Favorite hero, Lich. And I've seen you play Lich and kick ass as Lich many times. And you love, this is the bit that Nick will love, the Saw movies.
Oh, God.
So we can get some severed feet going on. And it's legit this time.
Legit.
Cute feet. How do you feel about the feet?
Oh.
He's already
No
done
one
that.
wants the feet.
All
Nick.
right.
What
no
if
one
the
wants
foot?
No one
What
wants
if the
the feet.
foot was shaped
Stop.
like a lamp, and out of the end of it, baby Sam was coming out?
You.
No, I think we should do. Some Horizon Zero Dawn in there. If that's her favorite game,
Totally.
it should totally
I'm thinking.
be a feature.
I fell in love with that game.
I'm
It was
thinking Kiara,
amazing.
Loki the cat. What kind of cat are we talking here? Like color, long hair, short hair. I haven't done a cat, and I'd love to do maybe like a cat. Like, what's the main character from Horizon Zero Dawn?
Aloy.
Aloy.
Yeah, like in a bit of that gear. Like we could do a little sort of a slight version of the cat wearing that sort of survivalist gear. Something
Would
cute
you like your cat to represent you?
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Do you still have purple hair?
Unfortunately not, but that is spirit me. Like,
Okay.
You
Yeah,
could give the cat the
I'll lick
purple
a purple hair.
braids.
Yep.
What-
I'm
what-
thinking a cat with a little braid.
What color cat is Loki?
he's just a regular moggy.
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
Like a sort of mixed grey kind of color?
Oh no, he's brown with orange, white.
Bit of everything.
Like a tortoiseshell.
Yeah, tortoiseshell.
Tortoiseshell.
And Ben's
gotcha.
saying include Dota.
Yeah.
You can maybe send a picture of your cat through when Gus does the
I can always
the
fix
final
it up.
pass.
Yeah,
So-
we'll do.
She really likes Lich, but she likes Dota as well. Is there something we can do with like the courier, where like the courier is a severed foot?
God, why?
A 7 foot with wings.
Yeah, how do we feel about that? And and it could be delivering something to her.
This is a courier. What he's drawing right
cat's-
now is an adorable.
That's true.
Dota
That's
courier.
true.
Okay, so it can be couriering as well. But I was thinking, can it be riding on the lamp?
Riding the lamp. You mean the carpet?
No. Oh, yeah, I guess that makes more
The
sense.
carpet
Yeah,
would
the
make
carpet
more
makes
sense.
sense.
You're
Yeah.
giving me a lot of elements. I'm trying to think.
Okay, yeah,
Magic,
okay.
It's riding a magic carpet, and it has the bow and arrow of Aloy's from Horizon Zero Dawn.
And a sack on its back, and it's got, what's your favorite item in Dota? Eye of Skadi. That's where Skadi's name comes from.
Ooh. I'm always partial to buying an Ags. Even when everyone's like, no, don't buy
cool.
that. Oh.
Okay, so we'll get an Ag. It's holding an Ag scepter as well. Out of its backpack, it's going to deliver the Ag scepter on the magic carpet.
But it should also have, as who was it in chat? Sith Cat suggested in chat, a banhammer.
Oh yeah. A banhammer, Aloy's bow.
Yeah, which I know.
Ag scepter in the backpack.
And
Which is
There's a full-on logo.
AoE Sinister Gaze now, right?
Pardon?
AoE Sinister Gaze for Lich. So
God,
powerful.
I don't know what any of these
So
things are.
powerful.
and then someone in the chat, and I can't find where they are. I need to go back a bit. Sorry, I can't find who you were, but they suggested because it's Horizon Zero Dawn and it's full of like mechanical creatures, maybe it could be a like mechanical severed foot that's in the background somewhere. I'm just saying that the other mod who has a logo has a foot in it.
That's
Kiara,
true. I'm gonna get the foot in there.
do you want a
somehow.
foot?
You can do the foot if you'd like.
Thank you.
No one wants the foot, Nick. Stop forcing the foot on people because when you say it, they like don't know how to say no to you. So just stop forcing the foot. Just like keep your foot fetish to yourself.
Can I just say, people not
don't
saying,
keep
not
shame.
knowing how to say no to me is how I get so many feet.
Yeah. Just don't.
That's how feet happen.
Just don't do it.
Foot.
Fine.
What
no
if the-
feet.
Oh,
no
what-
feet.
Okay, last suggestion, and if you don't like this, then feet can't happen. Instead of the carpet being magic enough to float,
Yep.
it's actually got 4 severed feet underneath
No!
it.
Like the luggage and
Well, okay, here's the thing.
You're
Here's the thing.
taking away all the beauty of the magic carpet.
Here's-
by putting
here's where I
7
can
feet
step
on
Her
it.
name is literally Disturbed. Like, if she doesn't like 7 feet, then she needs to change her name to like cute and hate and likes attached limbs.
I am the only like arbiter of
No feet.
no feet. In,
Well, here's
in this
where my
situation,
compromise
and
is.
I stand by my role
Gus is doing the drawing, and he's found
of
my
protection.
Yes, perfect.
My
Little
compromise
tassel feet.
is that in Aladdin, the
have
carpet
tassel feet.
uses the tassels on the end.
Oh,
as
that's a good
feet.
point.
That's cute. It's
Now we're
cute.
also going to adapt it to look a little like a clawed bath, which I know. Steph,
Okay,
you're a
cool.
fan of.
And compromise, you can just have one missing.
Well,
So
okay.
it's like it's gone, but we don't
that's
see
where-
it. And then in another mod's logo, we could put a little tassel severed foot. I'm done.
Lovely.
This is shaping up very nice.
This is nice. I think you could either put the satchel on its back or on the like because it's couriering stuff.
Yep. No, I remember the satchel. Sorry.
We just got to get the Ag Scepter in there somewhere. And
Ag
I know you're not
Scepter's
going to know what that looks like, but draw a star.
Is that what a band hammer looks like? Or is it just a large hammer?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
just
just
write
a
the
big
word.
hammer that has the word ban on it.
Or the word no.
Oh no, right, okay. And we'll have some more like Aowen kind of stuff.
Aloy.
Does this look? Sorry.
Aloy.
Aloy. Sorry.
And just remember, she has the purple dreadlock braid thing.
Okay, we can do that. We can get like a little,
Yeah, cool.
Nice.
little bit of tuft in the middle that will get a little purple bit going. A
Should
braid-
the carpet have the pattern
Feet
on
on
the
it?
carpet?
hang on?
Could it be the Pocketeers logo or like a
Yeah.
like some sort of like
Pocketeers Facebook
Yeah,
group.
we can get that in as well.
Yeah.
We'll get that going. I need to remember how.
how are we feeling?
I don't think you need a lamp if you've got a magic carpet.
But wasn't the point
Aladdin's
that
in it. Oh, unless Baby Sam's coming out.
It-
There. This is yeah, I like
That's
it. This
amazing.
is-
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So I just want to say that someone said, I love it, build the Gus logo linked universe, where all the logos have references to each other, and then Fourth
Yeah,
Reaper called
right.
it the FCU,
Bigger than the
which is
MC.
the Feet
Cinematic Universe. Yeah, I
No
love
hair.
that.
No hair. He had a bald cap on.
He did have a
too.
bald cap on.
So I will say that, Kiara, I'm glad that you love that video so much because I actually consider, Pete, I think that is probably the thing I am most proud of.
And he's had 2 kids.
Pocket. And the reason being is I think it's
One
very
day they're
funny.
gonna
I
see
do
you.
think it's very funny. I remember coming in and going, but the reason I'm proud of it is that I came in and I was like, I want to do this. And I was like, I know Pete will get on board. But the fact that we got John on board to give birth.
Yeah.
We got Sam on board. And these are 2 reserved ass people.
Yeah.
Sam on board to be the
baby.
birthed fetus.
The ABC costume department to supply a skull cap.
Yep. And the ABC to allow us to put it on anything branded ABC.
Yeah.
I just think was the stars aligned for that one of making a piece of content that I was like, I went home that day because I watched it a couple of weeks ago just before we launched. And there's a part where you like just tip
Pouring
water
water, yeah.
all over your body.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
Doesn't
it
he
was-
pour water on your chest, Nick?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
that's
guess
right.
so,
I do
yeah.
that, and you pour it on me. Yeah,
and I'm
that's
like,
right.
yeah.
Oh, that's
What's the staff again?
Aghanim Scepter.
A what?
Aghanims. It's AGH. It doesn't matter. Look up Ags. AGHS.
That's not how you spell any of those words.
And then Scepter.
Scepter. All right.
And people are
Gotcha.
saying the focus.
Okay, I gotcha. Well, we will
focus.
To focus?
No, the focus on the ear, like Aloy has.
This kind.
Oh, the little like
Missed that.
triangle shaped thing that she wears in her ear.
That lets us see patterns of where animals walk.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. That's beautiful, Gus.
Is that kind of what it looks like?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, and
Yep.
there was a thing. I have to look at a couple of reference images for sometimes the artwork because I'm getting quite confused.
Kiara, are you happy with this?
How are we feeling?
But draw
Very,
the,
very
draw the
happy.
triangle in the ear, just a little triangle.
Oh, is it like an earring? Hang on.
It's more like a Bluetooth receiver.
Yeah.
Like that. But what I did just realize, sorry, one last detail. before-
Anyone notice that he didn't put an E in pocket?
Pocket. I mean, that's kind of an E. I love that people last week did realize that I spelled Daniel incorrectly in the Photoshop file. So anyone
Yeah.
who picked that one, well done. You saw the you saw the Easter egg. That
On the flip side, Anna Barbarian says Gus kills at this seriously, and it is true that your art is
Yeah.
amazing. It's
Yeah.
only your spelling.
There we go. I just we'll get that there. And is it like an earpiece like that? I will fix it up in post. I promise. A lot going on in this one, guys.
Yeah, this one's real.
No, but
There's
we-
everything in it.
CB Wastikin says I tried getting some of my friends into Pocket back in the day, and showing them that video left them very confused.
You were either in on it or you weren't.
Yeah.
It could only have happened because we'd like hit the groove by that point as well.
Yeah.
There was so much in the machine of making daily stuff.
I think we're on
And to
something
finally
there,
get to that point
guys.
where we could be like, there's an idea, let's make it.
Let's run with it.
Yeah. That's
What do we
great, man.
reckon?
Perfect.
That's fantastic.
Kiara?
Love
All right, this is the most I've put into one of these in terms, but I think you
I'm
deserve
sorry.
it the most, so I'm very happy with this.
I love it. I love it. It's gonna look. I can't wait to see it when it's finished.
Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm very happy. It looks amazing.
Well, thank you so much for everything that you do.
That's okay. It's no
we're-
trouble.
Yeah, we're really lucky to have you in our lives and as a huge part of the community. And even the people who don't know who you are watching are lucky to have you. So we're glad that we could give you this and the merch that will be coming your way when we make it.
When we make it.
Which we started looking at this week and found some very fun things to put
Yeah, we
things
did.
on. There's a pair of tights that we can give you that are super cool.
Oh, nice.
Would anyone like some
Also,
pockety
I'll-
golf
I can wear
balls?
those too.
Yeah.
Yeah, any golfers out there?
Done.
Cool.
Sweet.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
I love
Thank
it.
you
Great
so
work,
much,
Gus.
Kiara. You're a legend.
Okay, Kiara, we'll talk to you again soon.
Sounds good.
See you in 5 years.
See you in 5 years.
Oh God.
Awesome.
Alrighty. Logo number 2.
We got SlowPonk in hold.
SlowPonk.
Let's bring up.
Get in here.
Moving him up. One sec.
Tom Harmony says we need a pair of tights with press X to erection on the ground.
Oh my god.
All right, I'm bringing SlowPonk up.
Hang on.
SlowPonk, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I had no idea you were doing mine until I just saw on the TV that you had, oh, I better boot my computer.
Well done.
Good job.
Whoops. That was me.
So,
Sorry.
yeah.
How are you, mate?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. We are good. We are 1 logo down, 2 to go. We have met. You came to the Good Game office, did you not?
Correct.
Yes, I have. I have been there. I actually stole your blueprint idea and actually put it in my own studio, actually.
Really?
I made my own, yeah.
Oh, cool. Send us a picture.
I can do that, actually.
Please do. Well, that's already inspiration enough to start this one off. But what do you feel like? I know we usually have the list of all the things to go off. So.
I probably sent way too much.
No, that's good. You saw how much I just put in the last logo. Let's try and top it.
I got it here. Sorry, I was going through some of the entries for the Boomerang Fu competition. They're very funny. Okay, so SlowPonk. You are a self-employed content creator and founder of creative, is it Chrysalis Studios? Chrysalis Studios?
Well, I can spell that.
It's with a K. I think I put it in the thing.
You describe yourself as tired, hyper-focused, and creative. You are into video production, presenting on camera, video editing, and gaming.
Yep.
You are scared of falling.
Yeah.
Fair.
Not being... are you okay if I read these out?
Yeah, go for it.
Not being able to showcase your abilities due to preconceived prejudices about disability. So Gus, just wrap that up in a picture. And spiders, which seems to be a recurring theme. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about being a football as a spider? You came in to work experience on Good Game. So there could be something here. You can play piano, tin whistle, ocarina, guitar, ukulele, automaton. You're automaton. You're also a jazz singer, and you can draw.
Holy smokes!
Is automaton the thing that's got like a little emoji face
It's
and you
that
squeeze its
sliding
belly?
instrument that sounds like absolute crap.
I love that thing.
Wow.
There actually is. You can actually learn to play it well. I'm not very good at it. I'm trying to learn. It's
Have
like,
you got it nearby?
I do. Let me go and get
Oh
it.
yeah,
us a
just
fucking
because
hit.
bang out a
that'd
song,
be
mate.
amazing. I'd also love some ocarina too, if it's possible.
And I'd love a drawing.
Because that's like these guys. I think they're like. Have you seen them? They're an instrument that has like.
First, because that was
Half
close.
an ovary.
What have you got first?
Yeah, I do. It's right here. That.
They look like this. Have you seen them? You squeeze them.
Oh yeah. I know.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
squeeze this part.
Hang on.
And you
SlowPonk's playing.
Hang on, bang us out
yeah.
of tune.
Go for it. Zelda's Lullaby.
Your disc, the auto clipping on your Discord is
It's
missing
cutting
the big
out
note, the high
notes.
notes.
Yeah.
That's
it's a really
awesome,
high
man.
D, put it that way.
That was beautiful.
I love that.
Yeah.
But yes, in the meantime, I was scribbling away at these things, which I got obsessed with looking at these on YouTube and people doing playing Africa by Toto on them and stuff.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
have
yeah.
multiple
They're
versions of them all.
horrendous.
I would be sad if we didn't base some of your logo around one because it's just already got a face on it, and I've been putting faces on things. But
Yeah.
I feel like we could do a lot more.
And you said that you wanted your logo based around your production company?
Oh right, yes.
Yeah, I hate the one that I did. I did it just preemptively. I really didn't like it. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what can happen with it.
Very
Cool.
So what sort of stuff do you have any ideas for how you what do you want to represent with your company, I suppose?
Yeah, interesting. I kind of, when I did the original logo, because Creative Chrysalis, it's spelt with a K, like creative with a K, but then Chris is in, because my first name is Christian, K-R-I-S.
Okay.
So, and then it's A-L-I-S. So I basically just put my initials together Green Lantern style and put it in a diamond, but I didn't like it because I couldn't quite figure it out.
Okay.
Do you do music? Do you do music content? Like
I do gaming, music, whatever the hell I feel like.
I feel like there needs to be an ocarina in this thing.
I
would
agree.
like that.
Oh,
It's
you
like
could do
it's
it.
fucking iconic as
so
a gaming
good.
item.
It is,
Yeah.
isn't
And
it?
such a peaceful, lovely instrument.
Yeah.
And it's technically
Yeah.
an instrument, so it joins those two things
It
together.
does, like a
Yeah,
Triforce.
that's what I mean.
No,
That's what I mean, yeah.
but you're like,
And he
it's
just played
iconic
it.
as gaming, and I'm like, also, I guess some people would recognize it as
He
an
literally just
instrument.
played it to us.
Yes. So we have an ocarina, and
Of which we can add more to.
But you could, where the Triforce sits on Link's one, you could put a little, you could put his logo on that.
yeah, do you want to put your crappy logo on this one?
Sure, why not?
That's pretty funny.
Done.
It's like a branded ocarina of your past, and this
It's
is
a
your
branded
future.
ocarina that is basically the fairy ocarina that you throw out in Ocarina.
Yeah,
of
the crappy
Time.
one
yeah.
to start. Well, we can have your logo on it too, but let's get like a basic shape going. And then what else are we going to add to it though? Because we can cram a lot around this at the same time.
Pseudonym
Oh,
says
yeah.
that should be its slogan. Ocarina, technically, it's an instrument.
I'm just noticing that, like, just the shape of the ocarina is almost a foot already. So
Ooh.
you could.
Are we a 7 foot already?
How do you feel about this?
No! Steph, get back in here.
Steph, get back in here.
My theory is that we can juggle.
I mean, Talon is saying what I thought, and I didn't want to bring up because it seems to be a recurring theme. But the holes
look
look
like
like
spider eyes?
spider
Yeah.
eyes.
Oh god.
But we can't just constantly draw people's fears as their logos.
No.
That's like the
No.
opposite of what people do.
We could have
branding.
one little guy coming out of one of them.
I can give you a bit of a factoid is that even like Creative Chrysalis is my business, but SlowPonk is the channel that I do on YouTube that's
Okay.
under that company.
What is
So
Ponk?
it's kind of like Back Pocket and Loki in a way.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
What
nice.
is Ponk?
Ponk was a nickname that my dad gave me. And as a kid, I hated it because I had no sense of humor.
Uh-huh.
And then I eventually just got better at it. Got better at just doing it. And my initial gamer tag was actually binary code. I think that's what it was
Yeah,
when
I
I met you
remember.
guys.
The K.
With the K, yeah. And then I changed it because the kind of connotations went and I didn't like where I was going with that channel. So I actually stopped that channel last year and now I'm restarting with SlowPonk.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's not SlowPonk genocide. I saw that, by the way.
Well, I'm gonna like throw a cacophony of things down the bottom, but I still think we need like that central icon.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
gonna
trying
be
to
like,
just think of what
The joke about SlowPonk is that I'm playing games not when they come out, basically because I can't keep up with all of them. So I'm just
all right,
playing.
I'm with you.
So do you have like
games
a
whenever I
pile
do
of
it.
shame style thing? Or
I have a massive pile of shame.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if he's peeking out behind his pile of shame?
I like
With
Oh,
an
hell
ocarina?
yeah.
Instruments everywhere, controllers.
Controllers as
He's
well.
almost like cables.
Oh, yeah,
He's just
okay.
like eyes poking through the clutter, and there's like
Yep.
cables all around him and stuff.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
would say Creative Chrysalis is sitting there trying to get him to work.
Yeah, okay. I like this then.
So
Yeah,
we've got this pile of everything that you do.
And if you really want feet, Nick, what you can do is just have my feet poking out from the pile as well.
Correct.
Oh, there we
But
go.
I need
We
to,
can get
I need
a lot
to chop
into
them off,
this.
They need to be
otherwise
severed.
I can't get aroused.
Like we're gonna work on this, but what I'm seeing is kind of like
I'm sorry. While you were drinking.
I saw that joke.
we're gonna have a look out over the top. Guys, help me out here. Come on.
Yeah. Like cables instead of hair kind of thing. Like, just like in the mess.
Yep. All
Oh,
of
yeah,
that.
so many console cables. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have
Oh, the chat just caught up. Oh, God.
I'm like big pile of games,
Yeah.
bunch
Yep.
of instruments, couple of consoles, which are so boring to draw now because they're literally just boxes. No personality in them anymore.
just had
What were
a
some of the things on
different
the list
idea.
though still?
what
What I
is
need.
What if instead of he's looking over the top of it because he's afraid of falling,
Well, yeah, that's the
it's a mountain and he's like almost silhouetted at the top, like
You pretty much
falling
nailed my
backwards off
hair
the
there,
mountain.
Goose,
Yeah, I can
already.
see
That's
that.
great.
All right.
Do you
Like
play
they can still be
guitar?
they can still be huge things. But
Yeah,
And
no,
I
I'm
do
really
have a
nice.
beard very much like Goose's at the moment. It's ridiculous.
Oh, what if it's a mountain
Nice.
of things and he's up there rocking out like a what's one of those instruments?
A banjo.
No, I'm with you
I
now.
don't
Oh,
play
do you
banjo.
play the banjo?
No, I don't.
Oh, you play the guitar.
guitar
He could either
terribly.
be rocking out a guitar solo or like a sick tin whistle solo.
Yeah,
I was
but
going
like
to say tin whistle sounds more my style.
Yeah, tin whistle, and it's got like the like he's calling down lightning forth from the heavens with
like
his
that.
tin whistle
yeah.
playing.
But he's like at the tip with the amount of stuff that he's standing on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's just silhouetted against the moon.
Yeah,
doing
that's nice.
like
Oh,
playing
nice.
the sax solo
I'm liking
from like it's the Simpsons.
Yeah.
How about the
that.
moon is the creative is the actual creative chrysalis?
Yeah, well, this actually feels more like a logo.
I
as well.
agree. I think
Yeah.
Like,
it could totally work.
as opposed to a sort of cartoon
Mess of
representation.
things, yeah.
Gus, would you get
Yeah.
rid of the instruments at the front as well?
Sorry?
Would you get rid of the instruments?
I think the idea is that the rubbish is like
Oh, it
the
goes
pile
so
of.
far
sorry.
back.
Well, it's not rubbish.
That's
It's
kind
like-
of what
it's-
creative chrysalis is. It's anything.
Yeah.
that
I
can
know
think
currently
of.
this looks like a pile of trash. I apologize. It's just the way I've drawn it currently. But I think like
Yeah.
it would
It's a
be
mountain
full
of. It's his pile of shame.
What's the
and
thing?
Things.
What's the squeaky?
Ottoman?
That's the
The only thing about
The
that's the
automaton,
only one
yeah.
where I'm like it pulls. Yeah, it pulls my focus in how it's just kind of sticking out there. Yeah.
Yep. No,
yes,
we get
Nick's
that.
the age like 3
You
wolf
did,
moon.
you did hear the automaton, didn't you? I've got it right here.
3 Wolf Moon.
Yeah.
yeah, totally.
So there's cables, consoles, musical instruments. There was a guitar in there? No, not a guitar.
He plays a guitar, but you know,
Can't do it.
just tin whistle
Sucks.
solo. Yeah,
as
awesome.
well.
Flayward in the chat, Flayward says, despite tuning into Good Game every week, I somehow managed to totally miss Pocket. I just found and watched the Baby Sam video. I'm feeling a lot of sadness for the years of goodness. that
I have a
missed."
thing of the day story from I think was when I was at Good Game.
Yeah.
When I was doing the work experience, I was going through a huge creative drought. I had no idea what I wanted to do. And just before I left, I had all of this time on my hands. So I grabbed my computer out and I edited a thing of the day. And it was a combination of Nick screaming at Resident Evil 7 in Mirror. And then I put together that with Gus dancing in that pink tutu.
Yeah.
Just
What are you talking about?
Dancing
Never
to Scatman John.
Oh,
Beautiful.
God.
That was like my
I
passing
remember
gift.
that one.
Oh, this is
This is
This
awesome.
is turning out to be one of my favorite logos.
I was
Gus.
getting
So-
worried
Yeah, I'm
there at the
liking it.
beginning. I was like, oh, are we going to find it? And then Pete.
No, we're onto something here.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look up that logo of yours, your previous one, to get in there, whether or not it's the moon.
I can give that to you.
Yeah, perfect.
If you want me to DM it to you or put it somewhere else, let me know.
Oh, something like that would be perfect. And then what we'll do is we can either have that up there as the one behind, as the moon.
I'm trying to get my studio poster up so you can see that, but I'm not sure where to post that.
Either
Maybe
of
I'll
those, I'll drop in. And again, this looks like a pile of rubbish. I apologize, but it will look more like a pile of hobbies and your skills and talents. And
like
we'll
it.
get your logo name in there as well as we go. I'm going to have to put that trifle.
Yeah, I might
too.
just send you a DM on Discord or something. It might be easier.
Yeah, totally, man.
Done your arms wrong up there, so I'll do that. Jamming out to Tin Whistle, were we doing?
Tin whistle.
Tin whistle, yeah. Any body requirements?
Body requirements, apart from I have quite long hair at the top. That's kind of faded around the
Sure.
side and back.
Yep.
But
Anything
and a
up there?
beard,
And a beard.
black hair,
But I
brown
guess
eyes.
if you're silhouette.
That's about it. And
Yep.
glasses.
Silhouette. Just make sure we get the head.
That's
around.
dope. That's awesome.
Or a silhouette's good. Yeah.
Cool.
Smash
All right.
it up
Well,
there.
SlowPonk, you are one of our high tier 250 donors as well.
Some love's going into this bad boy over the next week. Don't you worry.
And
I'm
so
looking forward
we
to
will
it.
also, once we're done with this, which will be this week, you'll also appear as one of the sponsors going forward for the segments while you're
yes.
sponsoring at that tier. So thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
I'm working on that video right now, actually.
Awesome, man.
Oh, great.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. Well, if we get that next week, we'll get you this logo finished and on the top of one of our sponsored segments. And we can have that ready
Yeah,
to go for
you
next
can-
week.
yeah.
I'm keen to see people's word from our sponsor videos.
Yeah.
So
We've only had a few trickle in,
start
but
sending them in.
I
I'm
think
so
that's a
excited.
good thing. I think it means that people are putting a bunch of effort into them. And the ones we've seen have been great.
That's true. That's true.
But they're all like superstars who can punch that stuff out quickly.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks,
Ah,
SlowPonk.
yeah.
This looks awesome, man.
But it doesn't
All right,
have to be
cheers.
amazing. I think that's the point.
Thanks, dude. All right.
Thanks,
We'll
man.
talk to you
so
again
much.
soon.
See ya.
See
Bye.
you, dude.
Beautiful.
What are
work,
the idea
guys.
of this? The I want a few.
People are stressing out about the keys in that piano.
Yeah, they're way wrong.
What's wrong with them?
It's like the semitones are not.
What if I do
every
this?
freaking thing.
If I misalign the keys as well at the bottom. There you go. That'll sort it out.
Fix the black layer.
I'm actually in the final one going to have heaps of these autonoman things just like in the pile, just like, because they've got eyeballs, so they're just going to be like hidden around the whole thing as well.
Great.
Yeah.
They're hilarious.
Good work.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Great work, Gus. This looks awesome.
All good. All right. We got one more.
And then the third person, Mason, not Nathan.
Coming up.
Mason, not Nathan.
Mason, not Nathan.
Mason, not Nathan. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
There it is. How are you?
Hi.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good.
So,
not Nathan.
Yeah, where did not Nathan come from?
Well, Mason isn't a very common name. So usually whenever I introduce myself to someone, they're like, oh yeah, hi Nathan, nice to meet you. I've always got to correct them and say,
Sometimes,
good.
Sometimes I get Bethany.
Do you?
Yeah, Bethany.
that's a bit weird.
So Mason, not Nathan. Now, I've got a little list of the stuff that you've sent in about yourself. Would you like me to go through it, or do you want to give us a little rundown? What would you prefer?
No, you go for it, Nick.
I will go for it. Okay, so Mason, not Nathan. You are an engineer. You are always tired, motivated, but super lazy if I have nothing to do, and easygoing, which I feel like is all a contradiction.
Yeah.
I draw a contradiction.
You live in North Queensland. You enjoy fishing, spearfishing.
Oh, sick.
You also enjoy 3D modeling, gaming, and out of space, NRL, snowboarding, Japanese food and culture. You fear the unknown. You love the Borderlands.
And yet you go fishing in the great wet unknown.
It's true.
Well, that's kind of like the crux to it, like the deep ocean. We don't really know much about it. I mean, we know more about the ocean than outer space. So.
Scary, right? I find the ocean terrifying. And like, did you see that website that was like you could go to like a website that shows you the Mariana Trench? And you keep scrolling down, and it's like, oh, this lives at this level, and then this is, and it just keeps fucking going.
Because I was at the beach a couple of days ago, and I was holding Elkie, and we're just standing there looking at the water, and I was just going, there's so much shit under there. And I was like, I wish there was a website I could go to show me what is at different places.
We should bring it up at the
We're
end.
going to get Gussie started, though. What are you thinking, Gus?
Talk about this later.
Yeah, you guys can
So-
go MarianaTrench.com.
Killjoy all the time.
Jesus Christ.
No, a little part of me was thinking.
I like the spearfishing.
Yep.
And I like the snowboarding, and I like the Japanese culture thing. I think those elements would be nice to bring in.
I also like that you're motivated but lazy, and also easygoing, which are like three motivated. Easygoing often don't go well
Are
together.
you drawing an anglerfish?
Yeah.
Is it asleep?
It could totally be asleep. But they had what, like?
With the spear coming out of it.
That's a bit grim.
They don't really go deep enough to get
What
those
if,
guys.
what
but,
if, because obviously the anglerfish have the little...
Don't sell yourself short. You
What do
could
you want-
one day if you just believe.
If you just walk deep enough into the ocean.
what you're saying before, like it is really creepy. Like sometimes you'll be swimming and like you go up the side of the reef and it's just black. You go from like 20 meters to
And
hundreds.
it's cold where your toesies are.
Where your toes...
That's the one thing
Warm
they
at
do
the
say
top
about the
and cold where
Mariana.
your toesies are in the ocean.
You know how to make your toes not cold? Sever your foot.
Cut them off.
That's true. That is true.
Never have a cold foot again. You'll just have ghost foot. And I'll have your foot.
So what if, because anglerfish obviously have their little like dangler bit
Light up the top?
that they
Yeah,
fish
yeah.
they fish with like a rod.
Yep.
But what if it's dangling like that and it's also holding a spear and it's going to stab its food?
Wait, so
Yeah, I like
interest.
Oh no! I was wrapping my head around what you were talking about. So it's. I was thinking that it confused its light for something that it was trying to catch itself.
Oh, that's pretty funny. This is the anglerfish from Banjo-Kazooie, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've just gone, what do anglerfish look like? Oh, they have big boils as weak spots.
Well, technically they do have big glowy bits. So
yeah, that's true.
Like we can incorporate more things into this, I'm sure.
Yeah.
As we've done with the previous ones.
3D modeling, gaming, outer space, snowboarding. Oh, that's right, snowboarding. Cold.
Can chat please stop talking about severed feet? Says Court
Never.
1988. It's out of control.
No,
It's out of control, and you started it.
You guys get me.
Nah.
That's all I'm saying.
Nah.
It's
Okay,
kind
so
of
here's
my streak
where
for
we're
this
at.
year. Like, usually I go to Japan every year to board, but I go
Yeah,
now.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you an anglerfish on a mountain?
Is he an anglerfish in space right now?
Well, okay, he's wearing a spaceman's helmet.
Oh, yeah.
But think about it this way. The spaceman's helmet
I'm thinking.
I like the spaceman helmet.
is full of water.
Oh,
shit.
So he can go wherever he wants.
Correct, including
The snow.
the snow.
Including.
Mount
in
Fuji.
Japan.
Mount Fuji.
Do you have any recent references in your memory of snowy mountains?
Oh, just somebody.
Yeah, like plenty. Like, what do you want to know?
Yeah, I bet you do. What's the best mountain in Japan to go boarding
This
on?
mountain is Hapo-One in Hakuba.
Hakuba, yeah.
Oh, I was supposed to go to Hakuba 2 years ago because that's when my brother-in-law goes there snowboarding sort of twice a year or so. And we were going to go over there and then decided to have a dumb baby instead. Just the timing didn't work out and we couldn't go because we're too pregnant to fly.
That's the thing.
I like that the tail is just in one boot.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't know how else I was going to manage this, but...
Now, is there a spear coming from the distance towards him?
Yes. Yes, there is.
And there's a silhouette of a man on top of the mountain throwing that spear.
And that man is Nathan.
Yeah, fuck you, Nathan.
I mean, yeah, we can do that.
Because if this is Mason, Nathan is trying to get him.
He looks a bit like, just the face and everything is like a bit like the abominable snowman in, what's the snow?
Ski Free.
Ski Free,
I
thank you.
loved that game.
But we've still got one vital thing that we haven't added.
Yeah.
Which is on the front of the anglerfish. What can we add on there? Because we
What's
don't
a cool
have to-
charm instead of a
So
light?
instead of a light bulb.
So what do you?
Whatever
We've
they
got.
actually have.
You like NRL? You like Borderlands?
What if there's a Steeden hanging off his?
What would you have hanging off your head dick?
It's been a long night for Nick. What would you hanging off your head, Dick? Call
Oh,
it
you
on
phrase
the
it like
air.
that, Nick. I'm not really sure.
What was that?
You phrase it like that. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. What would we put there?
Go through the list again. We'll find.
So engineer.
Yep.
Always tired, motivated.
What kind of engineer?
Usually I work like fly in, fly out construction, but
Yeah, right.
because of COVID, I'm kind of stuck at home.
Yeah,
Which
right.
timed
Yeah,
really
that's
well
not
with
fun.
you guys coming back because I used to be working away all the time. You know, Pocket was really my gaming fix because I couldn't game for about 3 weeks at a time.
Yes.
Awesome. What if it's a little
Glad
bit of
to be back.
sushi?
Yeah.
Then that's a bit cannibalistic.
It is a bit.
Oh, that's true.
Well,
That's
I
true.
think it'd be cool if it was a
what if-
charm.
What if it's what if
What if
it's
it's a
katsu
small
chicken
building?
Katsu chicken
Katsu
sushi.
chicken. You're right. I was presumptuous.
Yeah, yeah. Not all sushi is fish, Pete. Hashtag not all sushi.
Like anglerfish do eat fish.
Sorry.
That's true.
That's
Anglerfish
true.
do
Yeah,
eat
that's very.
But do
Not
they
like
eat
the Dunkin' Donuts
salmon?
Hungry Jacks like that.
Do they eat nigiri? Salmon nigiri?
That is a very, very good point. That those fish eat fish. The chat is just saying fish eat fish. Most fish are cannibals. Most fish eat fish. Fish eat fish. Can we?
Yeah, that's fair.
Can we take a moment?
Yeah.
And I know we're running really long.
We are.
Are there any other animals that eat their own species?
Birds eat birds?
That's true.
Yeah, if you, yeah, this is what's even probably the most gross is that chickens will eat their own eggs.
What?
If you think about, yeah, if it's just like if you break it, it's like there in the ground.
Right, yeah,
They'll be
so
like
they'll be like-
nutrients going away, so I'm gonna eat that.
Yeah, but like, again, yeah.
That's still weird, though. Would
That's
you eat
weird.
anything that came out of
If
you
you
if
think
I
about-
just spilled it on the
if you-
floor?
Babies.
Don't answer that
Oh yeah, I guess it's reverse. It'd be like a human drinking milk from a baby.
No, it'd be like a human, like
Eating
the.
yeah.
Well, we don't have
Well, we eat
eggs.
the placenta, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. Well,
yeah.
some people do.
But no, sorry. I was saying
We
we eat
don't.
the placenta.
It's very late. This is why the show shouldn't go to 11. You're getting some post-show action right now. The madness.
Gus, what have you drawn on that?
What do you think?
It is a
That's true. Insects.
It's a
There's the-
smaller fish. It's a smaller angler fish. Oh my god, fish eat fish.
There it is. And a tiny, tiny, tiny fish tail on the one on the other one.
Mason, how do we feel about this?
Love it. It's great.
That's gonna look so cool.
This is dope.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
love
fish
it.
with a.
But I want to see. I want some like proper Mount Fuji in the background.
Yeah, it's
Oh, of course, Mount
Gus,
Fuji.
It's not the mountains
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
I want some proper Mount Fuji.
Or
Well,
no,
could he
then it'll look like
his helmet
something.
be a snow globe?
Oh,
Could be a snow globe.
Can the helmet be a
yeah.
snow globe?
The helmet. Yeah.
I mean, it's full of water and snow. Water is snow. Fish eat fish.
It can be
Snow
snowing.
is
It
water.
can be snowing around. You can have some. You can have some like beautiful little.
He's gonna have
snowflakes.
bubbles in there, and then
Yeah.
outside
Snowflakes outside.
snow.
Yeah.
Matt Flaps said the smaller fish is Nathan.
Yeah, fuck Nathan.
Yeah.
So meta.
That is so true. I would put a name tag on him saying, "Hi, my name is Nathan," but I don't know if I can record that.
I've never met a Nathan I
We'll all
like.
we'll all know.
Except
We'll
for the
all know.
ones who subscribe to Back Pocket on Patreon. Okay, cool. I love it. So we've got an anglerfish who is snowboarding
away from
multiple spears
spear-wielding
coming towards them
aggressors.
in Mount Fuji, and it is Mason, the anglerfish, trying to eat Nathan, the smaller anglerfish.
So that
is the
means-
angle on the fish.
That's perfect. That means we can have a "Hi, my name is" one of these.
Yeah.
And it can be if I had my smoothing turned down and my size turned even smaller.
Yeah, your smoothing was all over the shop there.
Hi, my name is
NAME
is
IS.
No, that's
No,
Mason.
that's wrong.
No,
That's Mason.
Oh right, okay.
Ah, clever.
All right, no. I get it. We will go with Mason.
All right, we got it. Mason, I am excited for this.
It's gonna look sexy. Trust me.
I love it.
You
It's
did done
beautiful.
well for 11 p.m., mate.
What? Far out.
Yeah, man.
Nice, man. All right, that will be, as with the previous ones as well, packaged up for you and done in the style of all the previous ones, rotating on our TVs and popping up, I'm sure, everywhere else on the show. Cool.
Thank you very much for your patronage, mate.
Thank you, Mason. And send my best to Nathan.
No worries, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks, champ.
Hopefully you can get back to work soon.
I'm having fun working from home.
Yes, good.
Yeah,
Stay
well,
here. You
best.
don't need to be flying somewhere every 3 weeks.
Yeah, totally.
All right,
Cool.
beautiful. Thanks, dude. Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.
All right, so just to recap, we have Mason, not Nathan, the anglerfish, with a space helmet. I should make that more spacey. On a snowboard in Japan, running away, or I should say, snowboarding away from spears being thrown by Nathan.
Fishers.
SlowPonk on his pile of incomplete hobbies, or complete hobbies, banging out a jam. and
You've really captured the energy of someone putting their 100% effort into a tin whistle.
Yeah, I love
I
it.
will look up what it looks like to hold a tin whistle, and I will do
I
a
just
far
want
better
to. I want to
silhouette.
see some tin whistle up in the air.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
two
yeah.
hands up. Two hands up like that.
Tin whistles usually played. It's more like a recorder, I think.
It's the musicians that I sent to you that you didn't like. They played tin whistles. We'll talk about that in the post show.
Yeah.
And finally, of course, Mama Pock.
On a snow trip.
We'll talk about that in the post show. That was a funny story
Kiara's
there.
beautiful little kitty Loki.
Kitty Courier.
Oh, sorry. Up in the clouds, Kitty Courier, with a lot of things going on. Baby Sam coming out of the lamp. She's on a pocket original rug with feet, of course, but with
Magic carpet.
Magic carpet with one severed tassel.
Fantastic.
With a band hammer and
Agnums.
a haircut from the game.
Oh,
Alloy.
Alloy.
I should play that game. Alloy haircut and a bow as well. Done.
Beautiful.
There it
Well
is.
done.
Very
Thank you
nice,
very much,
Angus.
everyone. Remember, if you want your own logo, all you need to do is subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/backpocket at the $50 tier or above, and you get your own personalized logo that gets featured on the show on all the programs that we have within the brand. Is that what we're doing?
I don't know.
What's happening?
We're this late that things could go a little wild.
That is it for our show. The last thing I need to do is select 3 winners for our competition.
Oh, yes.
Giving away 3 copies of Boomerang Fu on the platform of your choice. So the winners are going to be, the first one is Causa Mysterio, who says, remember, it was what fruit would you be and how would you attack me? It was, I would be a grape and I would have a barrage of my family. It's a sacrificial attack.
Nice.
Which I
Very
thought
nice.
was very nice. There was, the second one was, where was it? It was...
They definitely wouldn't throw themselves. That's the point. They're just sending their family in droves.
Yes, yeah.
Right. Okay.
The second one is Josh Daniel, who says that they would be unpeely, so they can they lasso you with the stringy bits of the banana.
Oh, no,
that's
disgusting.
It's
Creative.
Very nice.
I like
done.
it. Disgusting.
And then the oh god, not that, but I will read that one out in a second.
On the post show.
And where is this last one? Where did you send it to me? This person. Oh, maybe it was
Twitter?
Sorry?
Was it Twitter?
It may have been as a thing. Okay. Jack Gray, who I think just made an account just for this. First watermelon, drip it all over you, then grab the pineapple, rub it all over your back like an acupuncture, then the apple, put that bad boy in your mouth, then bam, a shower head as a weapon. What? Which is a reference to, I was talking about how I eat fruit in the shower, like on Pocket years ago, but that's a great memory. So congratulations. So congratulations to all three of you. And then I just got a very late entry then that doesn't win, but my this is from Cleverer Sauce.
Oh, yeah.
My fruit attack would be, as a banana, I jump down the throat and peel you open from the inside. I'd call it a peeling feeling.
Oh, I do like that they gave it a name as well.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
great.
that would come up as they do
Let's
it on
buy
the
4
video.
copies.
Yeah, screw it. You get a copy.
Okay.
Well done.
All right,
Yay,
perfect.
everybody. I hope
Nice.
someone kept track of who I announced as a winner because I've already
We'll
forgotten.
watch the
We
VOD
can
back.
watch this. It's being recorded. Fish eat fish.
Fish, apparently.
Hashtag not all fish. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. We've had a good night.
Yeah.
I had a great time. It was good to be here with everyone.
These go long. We have too much
I know,
to
but
do.
they go long because we have a good time.
This is true.
And we
Very
never
true.
wanted to end.
Never stop.
Well,
guess what?
Long trips home.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Once a
end.
week. It's once a week.
It's once a week, Angus.
Yeah.
God, you can drive the 10 minutes it takes.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what, though? It's post-show time.
It is post-show time, which is actually Steph's favorite time because this is where the real stuff comes.
It's right. It's right.
If you want to continue being an incredible part of this community, all you need to do is just talk to us using the chat. To watch our content, head to youtube.com/backpocket channel. Obviously, subscribe here on Twitch. We've got awesome emotes. Twitch subs actually right now are cheap. They are.
That's right.
I think it's 20% off right now. Or
Hey.
yeah, it's a percentage off for the first month. So if you subscribe now, you get it at a cheaper rate, which is fantastic. But if you want to be a real good human being, one that I actually value as a person, then I would subscribe to the Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/backpocket, there's a bunch of rewards and tiers that you'll see, such as the lovely drawings that Gus does. But you're a lot of the reason why this show happens, and you're entirely the reason we brought it back. So we love that support. And the Patreon's doing amazing right now. And with the Patreon, we're making more content. We ran the PPP.
Yep.
Overwhelming response to all that. And
Is that
so
the Pocket Pilot program?
That is
It
the
is.
Pocket Pilot.
And it was the
Well
probe
done,
that
man.
they were responding to. So.
That's right. It was
Yep.
the PPP.
They know.
It
The
was
response that we got was for predominantly.
I mean, yeah, like, I don't, yeah.
Oh, just no, hold.
Holding pattern. It is currently the Pocket Pilot Program probe is in a holding pattern.
Yep.
And will be pronounced at some stage in the later
Future?
Period.
period. Yeah.
But
Thanks.
they-
That's a much better word. You should have your chair back. Yes.
Yeah, you're right. You can do all the throws.
Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, no, we will be announcing that, I think, once we convene and come up with the what we're actually going to do and how we're going to put those pieces of content together. But that will be very soon. And thank you to everyone who did jump in there and have a response because that really helps us out.
I'm just not going to cut away from Gus.
Oh, right. Pete's just going to keep this the whole time. As I heard these guys mention before, everyone who
What's
is
he looking at? Look at your solo.
I am. It's that one.
No, you're looking at yourself. Are you looking at yourself?
I was looking at the wrong camera.
No, he was looking at this one.
I was looking at that one, which is my number one. It's that camera there. Yes, so thank you to everyone who did respond to the Pocket Pilot program. As well as the guys mentioned before, please send in anyone who is a Pocket here.
Pocket here? Oh, right,
who's
yeah, yeah.
At a Pocket here tier, please do send in your words from sponsors. We'd love to put as many of them into the episode as possible. So if you've got them to go come up with something creative, come up with a word, send it in.
And we also have a on our YouTube channel, gameplay video of Grounded this week, which was very fun, and I particularly enjoy the editing. And
Me too.
There's also next week the video that's coming up is a game. I'll tell you what it is. It's Fast and Furious Crossroads, a game. It was a very dry week for video games, and it was like, this won't be fun to play. Well, we had fun, didn't we?
I had so much fun.
It was the top when I sent through a selection of games that were potentially worth looking at, and that was at the top for a reason, and it paid off.
Yeah.
I had the most fun with that one, actually. And half of it was the fun watching you play, and half of it was the fun vicariously thinking how much fun I would have playing it.
Yeah, Gus like weirdly, unironically started to enjoy that game, which is just a big flaw in his character. Because that game is a real piece of shit. IGN gave it a 4, says Crowder. IGN don't give anything a 4.
Wow.
4s don't exist on IGN, so that's how bad that game is.
Wow.
That's almost half of 7.
True. Yeah, I get that. That's it. We're done. Sorry, take us out, Gussie.
Oh, we are? Yeah, okay. Well, that's it for this week. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I've looked at the wrong camera again. Thank you to Bajo, of course, for being part of it tonight as well.
Yeah,
for joining us.
that was awesome.
Thank you, Bajo. If you don't already, go across and you can follow his stream at Bajo Stream, not plural, I believe.
Yes.
Yep.
TV/Bajo Stream. He does that regularly as well. I'm sure we'll have him back on the show because he was heaps of fun. But yes, stick around if you're a patron because we're going to do the post show now after a short break, and then we'll be back next week to do it all again. Nick?
And your pitch for being able to become a Patreon subscriber and get access to the post show is that in this post show, I am going to show you all some hentai. And I mean that truly, genuinely.
Oh, you are, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone made it
because
for him.
someone made some for me
Tentacle
when
stuff.
I said last week. Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah.
That's
The thing is, you just need to ask people to do things for you, and they do it. And it's like this secret that most of the world hasn't unlocked, but like I did years ago, and it's just all it does is reap.
I love you.
Something you can show on.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out.
It's also
It's
a
on-
private video. It's an unlisted like private video, but also it's not like don't worry, it's not going to get too weird, but it is going to get weird.
It was going to be weird when we said, oh, we're going to actually share our ski story trips about sharing bunks. And it was like, that's how saucy things are going to go. And Nick's like, I've got hentai to show off. It was like, all right, well, then there's going to be that as well. So definitely interesting, to say the least.
All right, are we done?
I reckon
we are done.
If you, tell them to go to the Discord to get access to the post show.
Yep, of course. If you head over to the Discord now, we'll put the link for the private YouTube or the YouTube link for the post show that'll kick off in about just under 5 minutes. So we'll see you there.
Tell them we'll be back in a second.
We'll be back in a second, but of course, if you want to get over there now and you're not a patron, you can do that by going to patreon.com/back.
No, just back pocket.
Just back pocket. And you can do that in the 5 minutes that we're going to take to switch over now, and then you can be part of the post show. So go do that.
And now thank us for joining you.
No, I think I'm good here. I'm not just doing what you tell me. I'm catching on to this all of a
He's
sudden.
like, I'm my own person.
I'm my own man.
And
I can do my
now
own
draw
things.
some tentacle porn.
And I'm going to draw some tentacle. Oh, damn it!